of red and white, majority red across the rest of the ground, and we're underway here at Borough Park. So Runcorn knock the ball through the middle, headed away by Connaughton. It's going to be picked up by Allison just over the halfway line and goes out for a Reds throw-in. McCarrigan with ball in hand, throws the ball across to Nugent, knocks it back into McCarrigan. Nugent's going to try and get that ball again, still across round about the middle of the field, just out towards the grandstand touchline. Ball's in the hands now, in the feet of Scott Allison. Knocks it back to Stephen Rigg, of course, in at centre back this afternoon. Once again is Stephen Rigg come across to Birch. Birch is going to knock it down this left hand touchline, looking for Bobby Carroll. He's going to go eventually into the hands, into the feet of Carroll, then finds Simon, and Simon's trying to put the ball into the box. Nugent is going to have to be challenging for this. Is going to be put away from the centre back, and it's a bit hurt him, scared him at the moment, but it is Runcorn that's going to come away with the ball. Ball's passed back towards Ali Brown. Brown is going to have to just knock this into touch, and it's going to be Reds with the throw-in. Simonton with ball in hand is going to drop the ball down and allow Charlie Birch to take it around about 20 yards inside Runcorn's half. Attacking the Derwent end are Reds this afternoon. Ball knocked back from Simonton towards Birch. Birch is going to put it down this left-hand side, looking for Ruben Jerome, but the ball goes into touch. A minute 15 gone here at Borough Park. It's going to be a Runcorn throw-in on this left-hand side. Just waiting for the Linnets man, who's Ali Brown, on this right-hand side to take the ball forward. Got ball in hand now as Brown. Throwing comes down this touchline. It's going to be Dav Simonton with the first man head to it, heads it back towards Brown, who heads it in towards the centre of the field. Bit of head tennis going on out there at the moment before Mahoney puts it over that right hand side. McCarrigan claiming for the foul, our Reds on McCarrigan, but McCarrigan puts it into touch on that far side, and it's going to be a Runcorn throwing on that far side. Like you see, you can hear fantastic atmosphere right around, Matt. Obviously plenty of noise being made by the visitors, but it's fantastic to see Borough Park so full.
Yeah, it's great to see. Packed to the rafters, especially at the town end there, wanting to suck that ball into the net second half, hopefully. But typical playoff final start, isn't it? Bit of an arm wrestle, a few first and second balls. Reds have started brightly that way, which is what you'd expect really. First couple of minutes, it's always about first and seconds. Win those, try and get a foothold in the game, and then start to build up some attacks.
Long throw-in put down the touchline by James Short, knocked back over the line for a throw-in again by Dan Wordsworth. Throw-in comes in, and it's going to be knocked back by Ryan Brook. Ball comes across into the feet of Eden Gums, but collected by Reds. Ball in the feet now with Charlie Birch. Birch is going to look for room. Jerome just goes over the head of Jerome, but it's knocked away from the Runcorn defender into the head of Connaughton, who then finds that same Runcorn defender who miscontrols it, and the ball goes into touch for the throw-in for Reds. Charlie Birch right on the halfway line here, just down in front of us from our position here in the stand here at Borough Park. 3 minutes gone, still remains 0-0. No early score, no early doors, no real opportunities as of yet. Throw-in cleared away by Runcorn, but Graham comes back into the feet of Simonton. Simonton goes wide right to McCarrigan. McCarrigan stands up and then passes it back inside to Simonton. Simonton around about 30 yards out, thinking for the shot. He has got a good right foot on him at times, as Dav Simonton. That one more of a grass cutter, just rolled along the floor, gone for a goal kick. And it's going to be Danny Taverner who's going to put the ball down to try and to put this ball downfield for Runcorn. A speculative effort as always from Dav.
Yeah, but he's got it in his locker, hasn't he?
Certainly has.
You can't blame him for having a try from there. 35 yards out, Simonton. He's got, like I said on Tuesday, he's got rockets in his boots, hasn't he? And he's likely to sometimes pull out one that will go straight to the top corner, but he's just dragged that one wide there.
So Taverner clears the ball down the field from the goal kick. Stephen Rigg gets the head to it, but goes behind Rigg. Just a little push on Charlie Birch there from the Runcorn man Lewis Doyle. Nothing given by the match official. And Charlie Birch, it looks like he's just going to allow that ball to run out. So it's a goal kick for Reds. Man in the middle this afternoon is Zach Kennard Kettle. So he'll be hoping for a quiet afternoon, but playoff finals ever so rarely are. Doesn't matter what sort of level you play at, finals always seem to throw some sort of surprise somewhere. It's going to be Jim Atkinson with the goal kick. And as you said, Danny, on Tuesday night he was awesome with his distribution and almost on there right through to Ruben Jerome, right through the middle. Ball in the feet now of Runcorn. Ball's looking through to go forward. Stephen Rigg has to stretch to get there, and it's come back to the ring. Runcorn man, early goal from Runcorn Linnets. The ball just off Stephen Rigg. He had to stretch there to just try and shade it. Didn't go through to Runcorn and to go through to Jim Atkinson, and it's an early goal here for Runcorn. Not the start that Danny Grainger would have been wanting. Just under 5 minutes on the clock. Not quite sure of the goal scorer. Just checking down in front of his Lewis Doyle, the number 10, the attacking midfielder who's got the early goal here at Borough Park. It's Workington Reds 0, Runcorn 1, playoff final.
Yes, oh dear. Ball into the box was speculative, wasn't it? Riggy just didn't quite get his clearance right. It's dropped to the Runcorn player, and he's just fired it in at the near post past Jim Atkinson. That's just going to give them something to really dig in and to hold on for now. But hey, listen, there's plenty of time left. There's plenty of time for this Reds team to get right back into this game, so we just keep being confident and keep going.
1-0 here at Borough Park to the visitors. This is the NPL West playoff final. And Stephen Rigg now, ball at feet, passes it out left to Birch. Birch looks to go back inside and just passes it back down to Rigg. Rigg just has to run back and take this. He's probably going to be looking to pass this along. No, he looks to get it cleared. It's going to bounce, but it's going to be the Runcorn man, the centre back, Sean Mahoney, who gets there first. The ball then can come forward. Scott Allison Jerome just trying to keep on side. Comes off the Runcorn defender. Jerome, I think, was still going to be called offside within that, so just had to leave the ball. Ball's now cleared down the centre of the field. Wordsworth tries to clear the way. It's not the best from Wordsworth. Bounces Rigg, then gets there, but now ball then comes across to Charlie Birch. Birch is just going to pass it along now. He's going to put it and look to Ruben Jerome. It's cleared away by the defender. The ball then into the feet of Carroll, then knocks it back to Nugent, who knocks it back to Jim Atkinson. Atkinson then finds Dan Wordsworth, who then also knocks it back to Atkinson. Red just playing it round the back at the moment. 7 minutes gone. That early goal for Runcorn through Lewis Doyle gives the Linnets an early advantage.
Yeah, there's no need to panic. Just as I'm looking at it here, Jordan, they're doing a bit of a job, aren't they? You can see the 10 sitting on to Connor Tinian. So Runcorn is set up as a 4-4-1-1. And the one's just sitting on Tinian to try and stop him getting on the ball. The other two centre mids have gone up against Nugent and Carroll, so they've done their own work.
Certainly have a Runcorn. Rigg more or less in centre midfield now, puts the ball across to Scott Allison. Allison tries to head it down, but there's going to be no one in a red shirt anywhere near that to try and take it forward. It's going to be collected by Danny Taberner. Jerome goes to put some pressure on before Taberner collects the ball. Like you say, you can tell they've done the homework. The note to mark Tinian, because Tinian he can be so effective in that central midfield area.
See the 10 just following him. Is it Louis Doyle?
It is Doyle, the goal scorer that's on Connor Tinian. But you can say wherever Connor Tinian goes, he's got that job.
Yeah,
he's got that job. Wherever he goes, you go.
So it's like a 4-4-1-1 out of possession. So when you're that one behind Brooks as the forward, that one's just sitting on Tinian, look. And then you've got two centre mids up against Nugent and Bobby Carroll, so they've gone really tight. You just wondered on Tuesday night there if they've maybe sent somebody up on the off chance, thinking that they were going to get through, and then they would have to play this game today. And they've certainly done the homework, and it's an effective job that they're doing on Reds at the minute. But it's very, very early doors. It's just settling down.
Ball gone out on that far touchline. It's gone out for the Runcorn Linnets throw-in. Ball was knocked up by Atkinson, who Allison and Nugent trying to play it between themselves, but it was deflected off Nugent out for the throw-in. Just short of 9 minutes gone here at Borough Park. NPL West playoff final. BBC Radio, Cumbria Sport Online via the BBC Sport app and the BBC Sport website. Captain James Shaw got a long throw-in as Short, and Dan Wordsworth has to step in to get that. Then a bit of head tennis once again between Short and Wordsworth, and Jim Atkinson, as the ball was knocked long, had to come and get that ball. Sorry, Jim Atkinson. Ball thrown across from Atkinson, then into the hands of Simonton. Simonton's one-on-one with his man. He's going to try and run past him. Does run past him. Does dive Simonton. He's going to try and step inside now with Simonton. He's singling into the Runcorn player. Come on, take me on. I want to get past you.
Yeah.
But the ball then comes back into the feet of Birch, and then finds Rigg, and then comes back to Atkinson. So they've lost around about 40 yards there, have Reds. Ball then just gone across to Wordsworth, who's going to take it over the halfway line. Then comes inside to Carroll. Carroll's then going to try and look for Nugent. Nugent couldn't just get there ahead of the Runcorn defender, and then it's cleared away. It's going to come along the floor to Jim Atkinson.
A strange play by the fullback there, wasn't it? It was one-on-one with Simon, and he was pointing down the line. Go on, knock it down the side of me, and I'll catch you. Samit knocked it past him and skinned him. So that didn't work out for the fullback, which promising signs that it's that easy to get past the fullback there. So Samit could have joy up against his right back.
Bit of head tennis again, one's in the middle of the field. It's Birch now that's just going to clear it away. Simonton's just going to try and take this ball down, and he does. Then knocks it back to Rigg, who just chests it down. And then Rigg straight away back to Atkinson. That's been a play in the bit of the early minutes as well. They're not messing around with it at the back. Get around to Atkinson and see what he can do, knocking the ball upfield. But ball does come back now to Rigg. Very comfortable, of course, on the ball is Stephen Rigg, of course, midfielder and attacker by trade, doing a job in centre half for Danny Grainger's side this afternoon. Wordsworth, ball at his feet, knocks it back to Atkinson. Red just playing around the back at the moment. Atkinson halfway between his area and the semicircle for the halfway line. Ball then going to be put through now by Rigg, and it's going to have to be cleared by Sam Heathcote, but Red's up the field now at the moment. Ball in the hands of Charlie Birch with the throw-in. Around about 25 away from goal. Knocked down by Carroll on his chest, back to Birch. Birch is then going to go inside, trying to get away from the Runcorn defender, and he does. He's looking for the through ball to Jerome, but it's going to be cleared by the Runcorn defence. Rigg now having to challenge that in midfield, but misses it, both of them, and it's going to be knocked back to Jim Atkinson by Captain Connor Tignor.
It's just that final ball at the minute, isn't it? Just that final ball, just lacking that little bit of quality. I'm sure as we feel ourselves into this game, those quality balls will start to come.
Tinian and Rigg just playing amongst themselves. Tinian put Rigg in a little bit of trouble there, and Bobby Carroll's now had to come back, but that's well worked there by Reds. And now it's Charlie Birch who's steaming down this left hand side over the halfway line, and it's going to be actually taken away from him by Tom Moore, the central midfielder for Runcorn. Birch asking for the free kick. Referee just told him to get on with it. Ball's then knocked forward once again by Moore, and it's going to be looking for the Cameron Rooney on that left hand side. McCarrigan now back 1-on-1. He's trying to play it there. There's Rooney, and Rooney's able to get it away, tried to play it away to down the line. It didn't work out for him, but got the ball back at his feet. Ball is cleared by Reds, but unable to be held up by Jerome, and Runcorn now back with it around about 30 out from Reggie's goal. Jerome then puts a fantastic tackle in. Absolutely fantastic tackle from Jerome, and they're going to say the centre back's gone down like he's being shot, but I mean it was a fantastic 50-50 tackle from Ruben Jerome. Got the ball's going to come then across the ankle of the Runcorn defender's gone out for a throw-in, but he's like I say, went down like he got shot.
The ball was cleared up towards Jerome. He was a couple of yards away from him for him to get hold of it and for it to stick. He's had to come across and make a challenge with the centre half. It was a good 50-50 challenge. They've tried to make the most of that. Referee's not fallen for it. Referee's made a good start actually. He's not fell for any rubbish, and he's not fallen for that one. So little high five between the forward and the centre back, and we get on with it.
So it's going to be your Runcorn Linnets throwing down this right hand side. So just in line with the edge of the penalty area. Ball's then thrown in. Comes back out to the defender, the right back on this side, then crossed in Atkinson, very easily collected by Atkinson. A little bit of pressure put on him by the winger on that side, but Atkinson's able to just get up and throw the ball away, and then finds Allison, who's got the ball on the halfway line, bringing it in to centre of the park. Still running more laterally is Allison, then puts the ball forward, looking to put the ball forward for Jerome. It's going to be cleared by the Runcorn defender.
I think that's what we need. The ball up to Allison there. Scotty looked really composed, held it up really well. Again, it was the final ball again, wasn't it? There's just the final ball that's lacking. I don't know if there's a little bit of nerves coming into the game a little bit by the boys, but I'd like to think they'll hopefully shake those off, but need to start building and getting balls into Jerome's feet and getting off him.
Ball in the feet now of Wordsworth, following going back to Atkinson. Bobby Carroll then just steps in front of the Runcorn defender and knocks it out to McCarrigan. Good play there from Reds. McCarrigan then comes back with the short pass to Carroll. Carroll then finds Nugent. Nugent, bit of a 1-2 then again with Carroll, still on that right hand side. Touch lines Carroll. Carroll's now powering his way into middle of the field. Bit of a 1-2 with Jerome, and just not able to settle that ball on his feet and try and get any sort of shot away. Ball's cleared, but only into the feet of Birch, who passes it up to Simonton. Overlapping run from Birch, but Simonton decides to step inside instead, looking to get the cross in. Cleared away by the Runcorn centre back. And that was just a bit of a play. It's 1-on-1, and it's gone for the spectacular as Lewis Doyle's 1-on-1 there with Dan Wordsworth. Didn't really fancy the foot race against Dan Wordsworth. I was a little bit surprised about.
I was actually thinking that myself. I thought it was 1-on-1 with big Wordsworth, and I think all the league know all about the position of Jim Atkinson, don't they? And I think he's went for the long shot. He's looking to try and catch him off his line.
Night as well, didn't we? They went for the spectacular, the northern. Jim's never really on his line, to be fair. He's never really in his penalty area if he doesn't have to be.
Absolutely. So that's again, fair play to Runcorn. They're doing their homework and they can see maybe the potential of where they can sneak a goal.
Quarter of an hour gone here at Borough Park. It's Workington 0, Runcorn 1. Early goal through Lewis Doyle. Ball's in the feet now of Scott Allison. Allison's then going to have Simonson forward. Just on the edge of the penalty area, Simonson. He's surrounded by Runcorn defenders, able to get away from a few of them. Still just looking for an option, decides to knock it back to Tinian. Tinian then's going to find Carroll, still in the centre of the field, only around about 20 yards out, turned, does Carroll. Allison's then going to put a little ball forward for Jerome, and it's just keeper is alive to it and is able to drive on that ball, but Jerome there wasn't enough space to work to try and do like that.
Much better though. If you look at the balls that going into Scotty Allison, he's holding it up. He's given us a platform to build off. He's letting the midfield. He's holding it up so the midfielders can join in and we can play off him. So it's improved that from Workington.
Not the best kick away from the keeper, but it has gone into the feet of Runcorn. Bobby Carroll tried to head it, but overcompensated, and the ball just bounced behind him. Ball's gone out wide left, then into the feet of Cameron Rooney. Tries to step back inside, tries to get away from McCarrigan, then finds Captain James Shaw. Ball into the middle, knocked down by Eden Gums for Cameron Rooney, but Rooney's shot spurned over the bar into the town end, and the supporters at that end.
Yeah, it was good play. It's the sort of play that Workington are looking to do, where I think they're trying to look for the platform in Jerome by playing it into him, letting us get up the pitch, get close, and that's exactly what Runcorn did there. And they do look a useful side, do Runcorn, and it's a good start by the visitors.
So Red's trying to bring it out from the back. It's going to be a throw into Runcorn. Birch down this side tried to find Simonson, but Simonson couldn't get the touch, and it's gone out for a throw in from around about 30 yards out from goal here for Runcorn. Ball's in the hands of Ali Brown. He's just looking for an option in green and yellow and green. Ball's thrown down the line towards Eden Gums. Gums tries to step inside, but there's too many Reds defenders around him. It's going to be cleared away by Tinian. Centre back there just jumps high, a little bit higher than Ruben Jerome, but ball goes into the feet of Bobby Carroll, and that means Jerome isn't there for the ball over the top, but he's put the pressure on, and it's good clearance there away from the defender. Carroll rises highest and knocks it down to Simonson. Around about 35 yards out here, Edge just down from our commentary position here. Ball is lost, however, and it's going to be cleared away. It's going to be Atkinson that's going to have chest it down.
It was a little bit tight there for Carroll to try and gain any possession on that one. An inside ball by Simonson, he couldn't get hold of it, and Reds start to build up again at the back with Stephen Rigg.
Yeah, Rigg, you can tell he's so comfortable on the ball. Obviously, that midfielder as he normally is, good to have there in bringing that ball out as Reds like to do from out the back. But ball is now in the possession of Runcorn. It's knocked out wide to Ali Brown. Brown's then tried to put a little banana kick through, trying to get enough spin on it for Gums to get there, but doesn't do that. It's gone out for a goal kick for Reds. Atkinson is going to try and knock it clear. That's 55, 60 yards. Allison jumped a little bit early and tried to just hang in the air, but wasn't able to do that. But the ball was knocked down towards Tinian, then finds McCarrigan, who knocks the ball up towards Scotty Allison, and Allison is on the halfway line with this, trying to bring it now more or less, and he's going forward. Still going forward is Allison, then gets the ball out wide to Tinian, and he's trying to get towards Tinian, but he's just guarded out there by Lewis Doyle, the attacking midfielder.
It's the story of the start, is the story of the first 20 odd minutes here. It's neat and tidy by Scotty, and it's just that last ball, isn't it? The final ball just seems to be a little bit lacking. I hope the occasion hasn't got to some of the lads. Like I say, it is early. Just need to get a bit of confidence going, get the foot on the ball, really get a foothold in this game, because it hasn't really clicked for us at the start so far. So now throwing down the line, it's going to bounce a couple of times, and it's going to have a Runcorn head out for the throw-in. So Wordsworth's going to try and take this, probably around about 10 yards further down the field from where the ball was, but just trying to give himself a bit of space as he throws it back to Atkinson. Atkinson around about 25 yards out from goal, when he's not trying to knock it forward now, knocks it forward towards Jerome, but just able to knock it on there, Jerome, but not into the path of the Reds man. But the ball does then fall to McCarrigan, who then finds Allison. Allison then just knocks it back into Carroll. Carroll then knocks it out wide to McCarrigan. Reds attacking position is going to be trying crossed in by McCarrigan, but it's blocked by Ali Brown on that side. Reds throw in round about 10 short of the goal line.
far right hand side. Carragher's just looking for an option, not too much space there in red, knocks it down to Carroll and knocks it back to McCarragher. McCarragher then just tries and knocks it from Carroll, but it would have been in an offside position and goes dead for the goal kick.
Yeah, Runcorn will be happy with the start, won't they? Obviously getting the early goal. Red's huffing and puffing a little bit at the start of this game, and a change needs to be done, as in, not a change as in personnel, but I just think a change in confidence, change in attitude. I think Danny's asking Simon to maybe tuck in a little bit. Let's get the fullbacks overlapping and bombing on, which was a feature of the game on Tuesday. But as you look now, the Runcorn goalkeeper's taking an age to take this goal kick, and they're just going to kill the game as much as they can. They've got the early goal and they're just trying to take the time, aren't they?
Looks to be a change up top. Allison's gone up top for the moment with Jerome out wide. Goal kick's cleared away by Rigg. Like I say, a bit of head tennis once again. It's going to be a foul on Connaughton. The Runcorn attackers just pushed around on the back there of Tinian.
If you look at the way the game's panned out, Jordan, there's been some balls that's gone into Jerome, and he hasn't held it up too clever, has he? Where Scott Allison looks like he's holding it up really well. So they've brought Scotty in off the left wing, and he's gone down the middle, and Jerome's gone wide, which is a real good decision by Danny, because you could see that Scotty looks really on his game at holding the ball up to give us a platform to get up the field and get out.
Throw in at the moment for Reds, ball in the hands of Charlie Birch, around about 25 out from goal of Reggie's own goal, chested down by Bobby Carroll, and then, like you say, Scotty Allison just trying to use his strength there with the ball from Birch, but wasn't able to take it down. Ball cleared away by the Runcorn keeper, but Carragher gets up there and it's going to go down kindly to the feet of Nugent. Nugent trying to use his speed out wide. He's going to have an option there. Carragher does have an option with Jerome instead. Ball knocked back to Nugent around about 20 yards out now. Our Reds. Carroll knocks it back to Birch. Birch is then going to knock it out wide left to Simonton. Simonton's going to try and go one-on-one with the winger Gums. He's going to try and get past him, puts the ball into Simonton, who rises highest. It's Charlie Birch, and he just have to be knocked dead there, knocked behind for the corner kick there by Danny Tubman, and it was just looping. And the keeper decided he had a decision to make.
Again, you could see the homework done by Runcorn. They're trying to show Simonton onto his right foot. Trying to stop Simonton from coming in on his right foot. So they've showed him the line, and he's duly accepted the space and got onto his left and produced a quality cross. And I think it was Birch with the header that was just looping over the keeper, who's tipped it over the bar. Good chance.
It's going to be a corner for Tinian. It's going to be swinging from that far right hand side. Arm goes up there from Tinian. Good corner kick, and he's rise there. Oh, it just goes beyond the keeper's reach, but it's going to be given a free kick. Looks to be for a push in the area, potentially on the keeper, as he ended up down on his bottom. And it's going to be a free kick here for Runcorn, and nothing comes of that opportunity there for Reds.
There's a hell of a lot going on in the box there, wasn't there? It's like uppies and downies, and I've just seen the keeper go at the ground there, and it just looks as if he's been pushed down. So yeah, probably the right decision by the referee. Free kick to Runcorn in the penalty area.
Exactly 23 minutes gone here at Borough Park. Still Workington 0, Runcorn 1. Early goal from Lewis Doyle in the 6th minute. Ball's knocked back by Rigg from that free kick to Wordsworth, and Wordsworth just passes it back to Atkinson. Atkinson then tries to clear it upfield into the path of Jerome. Jerome tries to get it across to Nugent, but it's Louis Hayes who just knocks that out for a throw in just over the halfway line. McCarragher then passes it back to Tinian. Tinian then tries to knock it back towards Wordsworth, but Ryan Brooks able to step in front of Wordsworth, and Runcorn's got a throw in around just 10 over the halfway line.
It makes such a difference, doesn't it, when it goes into the front men and they can get hold of it. It just means then the back four can squeeze up, the midfield three can get on to get it a lot closer, and if the forward can't hold it, we can get closer to the first and the seconds. But when we're not holding it up, it just looks as if we're chasing Runcorn a little bit.
So Runcorn trying to put that ball forward towards Aidan Gums, but it's going to be collected very easily. The angle was all wrong for that. It's collected very easily by Jim Atkinson. Atkinson's just going to roll it out, just plays it into his own feet and finds Rigg just to his left hand side. Rigg's going to knock it back to Atkinson, just playing it along. They've done this a few times in this half. have.
Look at Connor, they can't get into him. Look,
yeah, they're looking for that out ball, and it just isn't there because the man marking Connor Tinian into, it changed. It's normally been Lewis Doyle, but there's a change amongst that. It's either Brook or Doyle, and one of them goes to chase the ball down, and one of them goes to mark Connor Tinian, and Atkinson's looking for that ball over the top, and they're just not able to get it in the centre of the field.
We're not a long ball team, are we? So what's happening is, because we can't go through Connor, we can't build up through the thirds, we're just going long, and I think that's playing into Runcorn's hands a bit, because they've got two big giant centre backs. So it's a problem for Danny to solve, but he's the man to do it. He'll know what he's doing, he'll sort it. But sooner rather than later, I hope, because it's becoming a real bit of a battle, this game.
Looking for the crossfield ball, where Runcorn, but wasn't able to find Eden Gums from that pass, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Birch throws it back to Atkinson, who just takes it down, and then bats the ball back to Birch, then finds Tinian now. Can this be the start of an attack? It looks for the long ball, does Tinian. Not able to get there was Allison. It's going to be a foul here from Dav Simonton, who pushes, I think it was more of his knee in the back of Ali Brown. It's going to be free kick here, around about 35 yards out, a couple of yards in from the this right hand side touchline.
I used to like that move myself, actually. The ball's gone long, and when you can see your opponent going up for the header, just put your knee up a little bit and put it into the back. But Simonton's telegraphed that one for all to see. He needs to be a little bit cuter with that one. Yeah, he does, yeah.
So it's going to be Lewis Doyle with ball at feet for this free kick. He's going to try and swing it in. Both centre backs have come up, try and put pressure on the Reds' defence from this free kick. Should be very easy, simply collected by Atkinson. He's trying to get that away. He's going to try and put that ball forward of a long kick there. He's Atkinson. Simonton's trying, it just goes, bounces behind Simonton. He's trying to put the pressure on. He's able to put that pressure on. He's got the ball in his feet. Simonton has got free there. He's out just into the edge of the box. Now Simonton's trying to put that ball in. Knocked down by the keeper, and it's the Sean O'Mahony, the centre back, that has to clear away for the corner. But one of the best opportunities Reds have had so far.
Yeah, again it was off Runcorn's corner. Again, Jim Atkinson's come and claimed it. But I keep talking about Runcorn's homework here. They've tried to get a man in front of Jim Atkinson to stop him playing that quick kick for the counter, but Jim got his kick away into Simonton. He's took 2 or 3 men on, got to the byline, pulled a dangerous cross across the box. The goalkeeper's palmed it out, but unfortunately a Reds player wasn't there to knock it in. Corner to Reds.
It's going to be Simons on this left hand side to look at swinging in. Arms up in the air now from Simonton. Corner kick. Stephen Rigg trying to get there. No, it's going to be a Runcorn man down from that challenge, and Rigg going towards the keeper once again. The keeper rises to the highest as Danny Taberner is able to collect and dives down. You can tell the time wasting started already.
Oh yeah, it certainly has. They're going to take every opportunity they can to slow this game right down. Goose has just tried to help that into the box, and there wasn't really anybody close enough to challenge the keeper there. He's caught it, went down, and took an edge to get back up and kick it, which he's just done now.
Sabaner gets that ball away. McCarrigan knees it into the air towards Tinian. Tinian's unable to take that ball down and falls to Brook. Brook's going to try and put that ball forward, looking for Eden Gums, very easily collected by Atkinson, and then sort of on the half volley from Atkinson out here towards Simonton, who takes it down the left hand side over the halfway line. Simon then tries to step in to centre midfield, and then fantastic ball out wide right to McCarrigan. McCarrigan is then going to try and come in. Is that going to be a free kick? It's no, he hasn't given that. McCarrigan rolls around cross, and he's Reds attackers are asking for a free kick. Referee see nothing in it. Danny Grainger certainly did down below us, and certainly we did up here as well, Matt.
He's me saying that the refs looked alright at the start of the game, but I don't know what he's saying on that one. Jim Atkinson distribution again, right on point, out to Simonton. Simon's cut in on that strong right foot, switched it to McCarrigan. McCarrigan's went past the fullback and got taken down. A blatant free kick right in front of the ref, right in front of the lines, and more especially, and we've got nothing out of that. Just an opportunity now for Runcorn to slow it down.
So goal kick as it eventually was, now cleared away by Taberner, cleared on by Wordsworth. It gets another head on by Nugent. McCarrigan then hits the deck once again. Well, if that's a free kick, the one up there has got to be a free kick. So there's absolutely no difference between them two fouls, apart from the fact one's further 60 yards further down the pitch.
Yeah, you're dead right, Jordan. When you've seen that one there, it's
when you see that given, you makes you do wonder why isn't that given.
It frustrates you, it definitely does. Yeah, but who'll be a referee? Not me.
No, certainly not. Jim Atkinson now, around about 40 yards away from goal with this free kick, but he comes up and takes it, knocks the ball, looking for Scott Allison. Allison's going to just go over his head. It's going to go over the head there of the Runcorn defender as well, and goes into the feet of Nugent, just in from this left-hand side touchline, in line with the edge of the penalty area. Birch finds Nugent once again. Use some skills there, Nugent, trying to, and he's got his now on the edge of the penalty area.
Yes!
It has gone in! I think it might have come off the Runcorn defender, but it's Nugent who puts the ball in, and it looks to be an own goal, but it is. Scores level here at Borough Park. It's Workington 1, Runcorn Linnets 1. Reds back in it, just short of half an hour gone here.
Yeah, superb by the young man. He was like Ronaldo on the wing there, wasn't he? He must have threw about 4, 5 or 6 step overs. Really, really good trickery by the wee fella, Kai Nugent. He's turned his fullback in knots. He's got to the byline. He's whipped a real dangerous cross across the 6-yard box, and I think it was an own goal. It was a Runcorn defender running onto it, and it's just popped it right into the top corner. Brilliant by young Kai Nugent there. He's made something happen, and he's got his reward for that. Well done, 1-1 now. Dave Simonton's telling the boys just to settle down. Danny telling the boys to calm down. That's exactly what's needed now. Hopefully that'll settle the nerves, because I think he knows, and I think we can see here that the nerves has played a little bit on the Reds' football at the start of this game. So hopefully that'll settle them down.
Had it confirmed it was the centre-back Sam Heathcourt who's put the ball in the back of his net, just from Paul alongside us here, but Reds now back in this game, just over half an hour gone. Workington Reds 1, Runcorn Linnets 1, and is that the spark they need just to ensure they can try and take a bit more control of this game, Reds, because they have had plenty of ball in and around their own half, but when it's got up to that final third ball, that ball's in around from Nugent, finds Jerome. Jerome's going to power forward, right hand side touchline. Nugent's just alongside him. Nugent's then going to put that ball through. He's turning again. He's Nugent. Ball find Carroll in the box, but just cleared away by Runcorn. You can hear the Reds fans now just a bit more louder in voice. Wordsworth knocks it up and then cleared away by Rigg. Carroll chests it up, then heads it. Nugent unable just to take control, and Runcorn's going to have ball at the feet. It's Heathcourt who tries to get that ball away. It's going to try and go over the head of Birch, but runs too far. Ford comes to collect, and it's going to be picked up there by Jim Atkinson. 13.5 minutes to go in the first half here at Borough Park.
Better by Nugent and Carroll now. They look a lot busier like they were on Tuesday, a lot more like it, buzzing around there in midfield, getting onto the first, getting onto the seconds. It's making a difference to this last 5 or 10 minutes or so, working and getting a foothold in this game. So keep that energy in the centre of the midfield, and we can keep this up.
Ball's at the feet of Jim Atkinson. He just rolls it in front of him and is looking for the long ball to on that right hand side towards Jerome. Not able to take it down is Jerome, but it's cleared away by the defender. It's going to be collected by Nugent, who goes out for a throw in for Reds, exactly on the halfway line. So ball's gone across now from the throw in to Jerome. Jerome's going to try and power and then knocks it across towards the byline, but not able to get across in there is Jerome, and the ball goes dead for a goal kick for Runcorn. I think someone's asking you about Kai Nugent. Yeah, he's on loan from Carlisle.
He's probably not. Jerome there is probably not a wide man, is he? He's playing out there in the front three on the right, but just due to the battle with the two centre backs, I think it's worth a while just changing him and Scotty, and it seems to have worked and got Reds back into the game. Good change by Danny.
Rigg down, just holding his wrist there. His Rigg still rolling around. Just in the meantime, ball is played, and it's going to be a little cross knocked in, but it's deflected off Wordsworth into the hands of Atkinson. Jim Atkinson just having a little word and a little shove with the one of the Runcorn players there. Stephen Rigg is still down in the centre of the field. It looks to be more of his arm or his wrist he's just holding, whether he fell awkwardly there. Stephen Rigg.
He went up for a challenge and
maybe his shoulder.
I don't know if it went into his ribs. He's not the type of lad to stay down, Riggy, either. He's alright, looks like he's up. I was dreading that a little bit there, because obviously it's a makeshift centre half. If we've lost Riggy, that would mean that we're looking at then trying to change and put full-backs into centre half, because obviously Sam Smith hasn't made the bench. So at least Riggy's up, that's a huge sigh of relief. We're all alright, we'll have a quick drinks break and then we'll get back onto it.
Just short of 34 minutes gone here at Borough Park, and it's going to be the goal kick for at the feet of Jim Atkinson. Knocked long by Atkinson, looking for Jerome once again. just going to go behind Jerome, but he's able to try and put pressure on. It's going to be a free kick. Yeah, he just tugged the captain down there, James Shorten. It's going to be a free kick to Runcorn. He's had a bit more joy out there since he's gone out. Jerome hasn't been able to maybe have the ball at his feet, but when the ball's been going just over the head of him, he's been able to put more pressure on the defender.
He has a little bit, yeah, but out the front three, he's probably been just about the... I'm not going to have a go at him, but he's probably just been about the least effective out the front three, but he's doing a job. He's a big, strong guy. He's very effective in what he does. But like I say, Danny's just used him out there just to see if we can get him involved in it. And here he is on the ball now.
Yeah, the free kick from Runcorn went right into the hands of Jim Atkinson and then distributed out to Jerome. Jerome puts a cross in. It's just a little cute touch there from Scott Allison. Allison was expecting Simon to be on the move, and I think Allison was expecting Simon was expecting Allison just to leave that, but in the end up it's gone for a Reds corner. It's going to be Conantinian on that right hand side to take this ball in just 10 minutes to go to half time.
Well done, Jerome. We've just said there, Atkinson again, distribution out to him. Jerome on that unfamiliar right wing. He's played the ball into the box, helped on by Allison, and there was nobody in behind him to get a shot off. Corner ball, Tinian about to whip it in.
Hand up in the air from Tinian, knocks it in. That's a fantastic just in front of the 6-yard box, and when the Runcorn defender, it's the centre back Sam Heathcote, the man who scored the own goal for Reds, who's just stayed down following that. I don't think he's given anything in particular, has the referee. Just noticed that the man had stayed down, but I think
Tinian swung the ball into the back post. I don't know if is it one of the centre backs? It's one of the centre backs as well up with Riggy. They've just challenged for it. He's fell down. I don't know what he's trying to kill it for. It's 1-1.
You stay down these days, and referees, you hold your head, you stay down, and obviously these days, if there's any sign of a head injury, they know the game's going to be stopped. So
we're not too far away from it, Jordan. It's no shock that he's back up. 6'4" centre half. I couldn't imagine likes of Kyle May going down like that back in his day, or Will Varty, put it that way.
So it's going to be it's just going to be a goal kick. Like I say, nothing in particular given by the match official, and
he's probably going to get a load of stick aid off the Reds fans just next to the bar, isn't he?
Yeah, you can tell he's just having a smile and a giggle as he's walking across.
He's having a bit of banter with the lads. Look, he's all right.
They'll be saying you're 6'4" and built like that. How are you being pushed down so easy? But the ball from Taberners, the goal kick's just going to be knocked away. It's cleared away by Charlie Birch, just a header back to Jim Atkinson. Atkinson yet again looking for Jerome on this right hand side, just over the head of Reuben Jerome once again. The ball then is cleared, but only into the feet of McCarriger. But then Rooney knocks it back just towards his captain there, James Short, and tries to clear it away with Short, but it goes out for a throw in to Runcorn.
Yeah, they seem to have gone a little bit ineffective going forward. Runcorn a little bit, don't they? They've gone a little bit
into the shell, just in themselves.
Yeah, good shout. Yeah, a little bit into the shell, just especially since the equaliser.
Stephen Rigg calling for the offside down that left-hand side. Linesman hasn't raised his flag, so Jim Atkinson come racing out and has put that ball around about 70 yards into the trees around the grandstand on that side. So it's going to be a throw in here to Runcorn, around about just short of 7 before the half-time break. And referees now said it was a foul throw, so he's going to say he wasn't quite ready. He said, am I going to have to show you how to take a throw in?
It's been one of them games, hasn't it? Playoff finals, nerves have played a big feature in this.
It's always the same with finals, doesn't matter what sort of level it is now, they're always really nervy encounters. It's very rare you see a high scoring final these days at any sort of level. Runcorn now passing it across the edge of the penalty area, ball goes out to Short, and it's a good crossing from Short, and it's going to have to be dealt with. It is going to be dealt with. Tinian just knocked forward towards Jerome. Jerome's then going to look wide, can't get the angle on that towards Nugent. Simon, it was screaming for it on this left hand side, but didn't get the ball he wanted. Short now with ball at his feet, knocks it forward towards Cameron Rooney, but it's going to be collected by Jerome, and Jerome's looking for Scott Allison. Can Allison put the pressure on the keeper, but it is just going to be collected by the Runcorn keeper.
Yeah, Danny's shouting on there. Jerome just give it away 2 or 3 times. Just need to really relax, play that simple pass, just gain a little bit of confidence.
Ball's knocked down this right hand side. Atkinson's come out towards it, and then he's just got he's just going to let that go for the goal kicks. 6 minutes to go till half time.
There's nothing worse than when you've give the ball away, then you get the ball back, you give it away again. We've just lost it a couple of times there. Just play that simple one. Just let the confidence build by connecting and finding the teammate, and then building it from there. Jerome's been told by Danny anyway, so we'll hopefully do that next time he's on the ball.
Ball's at the feet of Stephen Rigg, just bringing it away from the penalty area. Knocks it down this left hand side, and Simon does very, very well to knock inside for Allison. Allison's running towards the box. He meets there Sean and Mahoney, and O'Mahoney's just turns away and is able to get that ball cleared. Ball hits Stephen Rigg right in the face.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit higher, a little bit lower than he was expecting, and it may have hit him in the face, but it's come off the Runcorn man, and Reds have got the throw in here in the hands of Charlie Birch. Down about 10 just over the halfway line on this left hand side. Birch then puts the ball over the top, looking towards Simonton, doesn't go towards Simonton. Allison's interested instead, but it's cleared by Runcorn towards Rigg. Rigg heads it forward, ball bounces to Nugent, who controls it with his shoulder, just taken away from Nugent, but it's now back into the feet of Nugent, and then just puts a little pass along to Birch. Birch then finds Bobby Carroll down this left hand side, ball inside to Nugent, and it's just going to be cleared here. It's really competitive in that middle third at the moment. There's not much time there for anyone.
It is, it's a proper scrap, and we've got to get onto these bits here like this. That's good, but as you can see, a lot of Runcorn's attacks are just sort of fizzling out, aren't there? There's not a lot of threat on the end of them. Promising signs on that front. Maybe Runcorn is just having a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a sit until half time, but we'll see how that pans out.
McCarrigan's running down that right hand side, looks to get the ball across, and he actually goes behind for a goal kick. Wasn't the best crossing from McCarrigan, had no chance with that. He was just on the just trying to take it on the run there. McCarrigan couldn't quite get his feet sorted.
I think for the guys and girls listening at home on the online, I think the theme of it is there's a lot of hand gestures, as in settle, calm. They seem to be playing on the edge and on the nerves a little, don't they? I think once Danny gets a message across at half time, just to settle it, play the normal game, not the occasion, that's the key thing, and this Reds team can win this.
So goal kick, bounces over the head of Rigg into the head of
no.
There's a free kick asking for, although we're asking for the free kick of Runcorn, but got out wide right to McCarrigan, who's found Jerome. Jerome's just going backwards, and actually going to knock the ball back.
Fine, that's
to Atkinson.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple. If there's nothing going forward, don't be afraid to go backwards.
Yeah, he's done well. Just to build that, just build that attack from there now.
So ball in now the feet of Wordsworth. Wordsworth's looking for that ball upfield. Just tries to play it into the feet of Jerome. Not the best control from Jerome, but just passes it into the feet of Tinian. Tinian's going to be taken down here, just on the edge of the semicircle in Runcorn's half. Tinian looking for the quick free kick. Not going to be too much on, and he's going to place it properly and just look for the knock to the ball into the box 3 minutes before half time.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity here for Connor Tinian just to put this ball into the box. We've sent Riggy up. Wordsworth is up. We've got Ruben Jerome. Let's just put it right into the box.
Tinian asking for an option shot. Simonton tries to give him that option, but I think he's going to say that Simon is actually now coming to take. No, he's just coming to. So Tinian eventually puts that ball in. It's going to have to be dealt with by Tom Moore. There wasn't too much around moving in terms of Red's attacking present, but does clear it, but only into the feet of Simonton, just over halfway. Simonton's looking to put that crossfield ball in towards Scott Allison, just on the edge of the penalty area, able to knock it down is Allison. Rigg's still up there, it's going to be crossed in towards Jerome with the header, just not able to fall at the feet of Allison. It's going to be cleared by Runcorn. Simonton on the edge of the box, looking for the spectacular, around about 25 yards out, and not the worst attempt in the world, but also certainly not the best, and it goes for the goal kick 2 before half time.
Yeah, we kept it alive in the box, didn't we? We'd Allison, Regan, it's just been cleared out to the edge of the box, 20-25 yards out, and it fell to the man that you'd want it to. Simon, the way he strikes a ball, strikes it really sweet, and he's caught it on the volley, but he's just not caught it right, and it just went too high.
Goal kick from Taberner comes towards us. Rig trying to get the challenge on that, goes into the feet of Carroll. He's got 2 or 3 Runcorn defenders around him, and the referees, to be fair to him, he's given them all game sort of being a 50-50, and Carroll was asking for the free kick but hasn't got it, but then free kick for Runcorn instead, only a few yards away.
He's brought that one, hasn't he, as Ryan Brook. He's knew that Stephen Rigg was going to be challenging him from behind, and I would just call that one of those that Harry Kane does week in, week out in the Prem. He waits for contact and he just falls forward onto the ball, grabs hold of it, and the ref buys it and gives a free kick. So it just gives an opportunity for Runcorn here just to pump the ball into the box just in front of the home dugout. So it's a dangerous position, especially with the height that Runcorn possess.
So Lewis Doyle's going to knock this ball in, just going to go into the penalty area, but collected as you'd expect by Jim Atkinson. Is he going to try and get that ball away early? Atkinson he's going to try and look on the counter attack. He's looking for Nugent. It's going to be cleared away there by it was Lewis Doyle of all men who's just taken the free kick in. It's found now McCarrigan's just going to knock it back to Atkinson. Atkinson's going to clear it. Not the best from Atkinson on that occasion. In fact, it's actually going to go out for a throw in 30 seconds before half time, or at least before we get any injury time.
Simonton's having a shout at Jim Atkinson there because he wanted it switched to the other wing where we had 2 or 3 bodies on the overload, and Jim's just panicked a little bit, which is not like him. And again, it just comes back to nerves, doesn't it? And listen, we're all human. Everyone's human in a playoff final. Nerves can affect the way that you play. I'm not saying it's getting the better of anyone, but it just can affect your decision making. And I think if Reds get that decision making right and they settle and they play their game, I think we can win this second half.
2 minutes of added time by the assistant down below us, 4th official. In the meantime, it is a Runcorn corner. Cross was deflected out for a corner from Ryan Brook. In the meantime, it's going to be short on this corner, and I was going to say it was Tom Moore who rose the highest, but he rose the highest because he pushed the Reds defender out the way. And Jim Atkinson saying the referee saying Jim Atkinson had the ball moving there when he took that free kick. I don't think he was. The referee had his back turned, so he must have just assumed because it was a fast play that ball was rolling, and it wasn't from Atkinson.
Scott Allison was pushed over and it was a free kick to Workington, and the ball's dropped. Jim Atkinson's put his hand on it, done his usual, pinged it out wide. We were on the break and the ref pulled it back. He's literally took it from the exact same place. It was just pedantic that by the referee.
So the ball is cleared from that free kick, and it's going to be towards Lewis Doyle. Doyle now one-on-one with Stephen Rigg, steps back inside, gets away from Rigg, but ball is that going to go? Yeah, it was deflected, and Atkinson didn't want it to go for a corner and just stretches it and knocks it dead. Knocks it over the touchline for a throw-in 40 seconds before the half-time break.
It was good defending by Riggy. Louis Doyle fancied it, didn't he, one-on-one against him. Riggy showed him inside and waited just to pinch it at the right time, and nicked it away from Doyle really well. Good defending by Steve Rigg.
Ali Brown with ball in hands looking for the throw-in. Looking there, is it Doyle is looking for? It's at the feet now. Ball is crossed in by Brown. It's cleared away by McCarrigan into the feet of Mahone. Mahoney just into Reds' half in the centre of the field. Puts the ball out towards the Cameron Rooney. McCarrigan just heads it away. Just into the dying seconds here of the first half. Make that half time here at Borough Park. So NPL West playoff final. Workington Reds 1, Runcorn 1. It's a fast start by Runcorn, and they were rewarded just in the early going through Lewis Doyle. Stephen Rigg just trying to make sure the ball didn't go out for a corner or anywhere near Jim Atkinson, and just put a leg out towards it, and the ball fell towards the feet of Doyle and was able to put the shot in and beat Jim Atkinson at his right hand side post. Following 15-20 minutes or so, Runcorn really controlled the game, really controlled the middle of the field, controlled what Reds could do when trying to get away from their area. But just around about the half-hour mark, the Reds started to get back into the game, and Kai Nugent had the ball at his feet. He looked to put a cross in, and it was knocked into his own goal by Sam Heathcote, the Runcorn Linnets centre-back, and that was half an hour gone. It was Workington 1, Runcorn Linnets 1, and sort of it's been Reds' half for the remainder of that first half, but not able to do anything with that. It's been a real cagey game, as you'd expect at times in a playoff final. And Matt Henney, before we head back to Paul and the guys on FM and AM, just get your thoughts on that first half.
Yeah, it was a typical playoff final, wasn't it? Like I've said, nerves can really affect your decision making. It looks like it has on just slightly on one or two of the Reds players. Nothing major, nothing that Danny will be unhappy about. He'll know the score on that one. But he's just got to drum it into the lads just to play the game, not the occasion. Forget what's at stake, play your game, be better than the man that you're up against, and start winning your individual battles all over the park, and then this game will take care of itself for me. I think Working look like they've got a bit more quality in the final third, but again, that's once Workington relax, but it's very much a 50-50 game. There's not too much in it, and I think Danny's just going to have to look for a way to try and get Connor Tinian involved more into the game. They have shut him down really well. this Runcorn team's came in and done some good homework on Workington. It's going to be an interesting second half.
So we're just going to leave you online here temporarily as we rejoin the main sports show across FM and AM. So get your half-time talk here there on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. We'll be back with yourselves online here for second half commentary in around about 13-14 minutes time. NPL West playoff final, just got the second half underway. Have Workington Reds attacking the town end of the ground, the favoured end for Workington in this second half. Like I say, 1-1 in this NPL West playoff final. Connor probably couldn't have got the ball at his feet from the kick-off. We're only around about 15 seconds in. You just heard the whistle go as you rejoined us here on the BBC Sport app and website. Simonson just looking to bring the ball into the middle of the field. 50-50 challenge. Ball has, I was just about to say, gone back into the feet there of Bobby Carroll. But the Runcorn, the attacker, it was Lewis Doyle who'd put pressure on and had slipped. And it's all just a bit haired and scared him in the open 40 seconds here, Matt. No one really seems to want to keep hold of the ball.
A little bit scrappy, there's bodies all over the floor and little clashes and collisions going here and there. But yeah, I mean, I don't expect, there's obviously no changes personnel wise. I just expect a change of the way they play, the style, just settle the nerves down and see if these fans in the town end, because they're all packed in there, can see if they can get suck this ball into the back of the net.
So ball calls down from a goal kick. Jerome knocks it on looking for Nugent, but not able to do so. Ball trying to be cleared, but it's actually gone into the feet there of Jerome. It's going to be a free kick. It is a free kick for Reds down in this right hand side corner, and it's more or less just around the D there for the corner mark. But it's going to be a free kick here for Reds. Connor Tignon's got ball in hand, so it's going to be a straight cross from Tignon as Reds try and look to get an early goal in the second half. Just 90 seconds gone in the second half.
Yeah, it's always a good time to score a goal, but this would be ideal, wouldn't it?
Tignon put the ball down. It's around about 5 in from this near side touchline. Attacking the town end of the ground are Reds. Ball comes in from Tignon. Runcorn man hits the floor. Ball's going to be cleared by Runcorn, but still ball just up in the air. Stephen Riggs up there, challenges, heads it backwards towards Tignon. Tignon gets a cross in. Is he going to no! Thought that was going to be another own goal there, but the Runcorn man just able to knock it across his thigh, come across the face of the goal, but just went wide right of that right hand side post. It's going to be a corner here for Workington Reds. So close for another own goal there from Runcorn.
Lifted into the box by Tignon to the back stick. Jerome was closing in on it, and the Runcorn defender just so cleared it, but he nearly put it into his own net. Corner ball again.
Simonson's going to be the man trying to whip it in on this occasion. Hands up in the air from Simonson. Ball comes in now. It's going to be cleared away by the Runcorn defender, and just the extra nip on there. Well, McCarrigan's going to try and get that round about 30 yards out. It's come now and falling into the feet of the Runcorn man. It's Cameron Rooney just down in front of us, now bringing the ball into middle of the park. The Runcorn man's going to be offside. Tignon just has to knock it back to Atkinson. Atkinson tries to clear it, and it's going to be a free kick to Reds for looks to be a handball on Cameron Rooney, who was shouting for the exact same on Bobby Carroll.
You've just said there, Jordan, about attacking that town end. The scenes are very reminiscent of the title game against Mosley in 1999. Stuart Williamson with a header, Grant Holt with a finish, both at that end. So I hope that brings us a little bit of luck, and we can find a goal or two this half attacking that town end. It's absolutely packed again to the rafters.
Atkinson knocks that ball forward, looking for the head of Scotty Allison. Does come off the head of Allison, but goes out for a throw-in. And it's going to be a Runcorn throw-in, only around about 5 yards away from the dead ball line. So I mean, fantastic atmosphere around Borough Park as it has been, Matt, as you mentioned. That town end absolutely packed to the rafters. If there's any goals in the second half of Workington Reds, you'll soon know about it.
That'd be amazing, won't it? Be great to see.
Throw-in does come in. Jerome there, he's the man there that gets jumps the highest. Ball then comes to McCarrigan, looking for the ball down the middle over the top to Allison. It's cleared away by Runcorn, but only to as far as Simonson. Simonson looking for Nugent, but the Runcorn defender's just able to get there. Ball comes forward now, looking for Rooney. Wordsworth trying to put the pressure on as he puts the ball forward for Lewis. Barry Atkinson comes running out of his goal, and he's more or less put that ball just into the Tesco car park. just behind us, behind the stadium here at Borough Park.
Yeah, it was a long ball and Atkinson was just clearing his lines really well. Just came out off his line into the corner and he just cleared the ball away for the throw-in.
It's just short of 5 minutes gone in the second half here in this NPL West playoff final.
Looks like there's a player down for Runcorn, Jordan, getting some treatment.
Yeah, just down, just getting some treatment. He's one of the Runcorn players. Just can see who's out. See one of the Runcorn. Thought I could see one of the Runcorn players just down in front of us, getting ready. But no, it looks like just still waiting here. It's just one of the players is getting some treatment.
It's very early, but the second half has more or less started as the first half was, to be honest. Not much has changed really, still tight, tense and cagey affair. Just wait for somebody to get a hold of it.
You don't expect it to move away from that unless a side gets a goal and they're trying to, and then another side's trying to get back into the game. You'd expect it to sort of stay this sort of cagey, maybe into the final few minutes to both sides. We really don't want extra time here, but like I say, you'll hope that it becomes, one side's able, hopefully Reds, hope one side will be able to take control and start pushing on.
There's just so much at stake, isn't there? There's so much at stake, there's so much to lose, and the tension, you can cut it with a knife, but it looks like this could be a good thing for Workington here, as the number 2 Ali Brown's gone off and the substitutes come on, so hopefully he's maybe not quite as useful as what Ali Brown was, and Runcorn struggled without him.
So it's Ali Brown that's left the field. Jamie Rainford, I believe, is an attacking player, so there's going to have to be a shift around here in the thinking for Runcorn. Scotty Allison's just got that ball away, but it's been judged to have jumped into the Runcorn defender. It's going to be a free kick here to Runcorn, but it seems to me maybe a shifting formation. It looks like they've maybe gone 3 at the back here, Matt.
I think it's a positive change what they've done, to be fair. They've took the right back's gone off, and this Rainford fella can score goals by what I've heard, so they've got two of the top scorers on in Jamie Rainford and Ryan Brooks, so they're in tandem, it seems to be. So we'll see. Ball's
knocked down from Jerome from Nugent. That's going to be it was a push in the back of Ruben Jerome, but he's never. I didn't. The floodlight just sort of obstructed my view. I thought it might have just been outside the box, but nothing given from the referee, and we carry on playing. Runcorn now with it within the field. Ball goes out over the touchline down here, and it is going to be a Reds throw-in. Like you say, Matt, you maybe had a slightly better view.
Well, sorry to get you excited back home there, but as Jerome ran into the eye line of the floodlight, as I reached across, it looked like it'd been pushed in the back, just in the box or just on the line of the box, and I shouted penalty, but nothing given. So apologies for that at home. I'm getting a few of you excited, a few of you fellow Reds.
It's going to be a Reds throw-in. McCarrigan tries to throw the ball towards Allison, just runs foots Allison, but Carroll does collect, still in Runcorn's half. McCarrigan just looking for a quick chip over the top towards Jerome. Jerome does get the header on towards Allison. Allison now around about 25 yards out, gets the ball down to Nugent. Nugent's trying to line her up there, and it is just make the keeper work. Just Danny Taberner, but like I said, it wasn't too much, more or less along the floor, but Taberner had to work for it, otherwise, it might have just sneaked in that left-hand side post.
Can you see the platform I was talking about, Jordan? With Scott Allison now moved to the number 9 centre-forward position. He's holding it up and bringing others into it really well. And that was good forward play by Scott. It's gone into him. He's laid it back into Kai Nugent's path. Nugent's about 20-25 yards out. He's tried his luck. He's hit a shot on target towards the bottom corner, but a routine save for the keeper there.
And I think Jerome's looked a lot better on this right wing than he did do up in that number 9 stall since that change was made by Danny Grainger halfway through the first half.
Yeah, you're right.
McCarrigan looking for the ball across into Bobby Carroll, but just run past Carroll, and it's collected by Runcorn. Runcorn's going to try and knock it out wide. It's in now the feet of Cameron Rooney. Rooney along this left hand side. Kai Nugent's trying to draw the foul out of Nugent, but can't get the foul from Nugent, and McCarrigan just gets the feet in there instead, and Nugent just knocks that ball a little bit too far in front of him, and knocked down by James Shaw, but short. Knocked into McCarrigan. McCarrigan looks for the ball for Jerome, but it's knocked into the roof behind us by Sean O'Mahony.
They definitely look like they've reverted to a back 3 Runcorn, don't they? As you can see, they've got 3 big guys across the back, and they've obviously got Rainford up front with Brooks, so a positive change by Billy Painter and his Runcorn side. Let's just see what happens.
Scott Allis going to ask him for the free kick, but the referee wasn't interested. Ball's going to go over the top towards Rainford from the centre back. Rainford wasn't too much on that ball, so he's had to take it down rather than trying to power towards goal. Taking a few touches, then gets the pass square across to Lewis Doyle. Doyle ran about 25 yards out looking for the pass through. It's going to be too much on that, and Atkinson just able to collect that ball. He was looking for Tom Moore, who was Doyle, but wasn't able to do that. Too much on that, and Atkinson collected. Atkinson gets that ball on the away and just trying to get it to Jerome. Jerome though was just trying to run behind the Jamie Shaw, but just run into the Runcorn captain, and ball goes out for the throw-in.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen him get hold of that again, which is what we spoke about, giving you that platform to build, and he's let it run by him, just hasn't been able to keep it in.
So throwing goes across to Sam Heathcote, the Reds goal scorer. He was the man who scored the own goal after that half-hour mark. Ball then comes across now to Ryan Brook. Brook then passes it inside to Rooney. Rooney then still has ball in feet. Ball goes towards the goal, but never too much worry there from Jim Atkinson. Just more of a pass more than a shot or anything else from Rooney, and Atkinson collects.
The positive change by Runcorn seems to give them a little bit of impetus up the top, doesn't it? They've got two together, playing close in tandem. It looks like one of them still might drop onto Conantinion's toes to stop him playing, but it's a bold and brave move by Runcorn.
Especially so early in the second half, only 6 or 7 minutes when they've made that change.
Absolutely, it's a real brave move. It's quite refreshing, to be honest, but let's just start with the extras, and if they are taking that little bit of a chance, it just opens up a little bit for our guys up front, because they've certainly looked like they've tried to push it a little here of the Runcorn side.
Red just playing in amongst themselves at the back at the moment. Ball in the feet of Stephen Rigg, then comes back to Atkinson. Just 11 minutes gone in the second half. Still Reds 1, Runcorn 1. Atkinson finds Rigg once again. Rigg's just taking it forward. Now in the feet of Bobby Carroll, just going to take it over the halfway line. Carroll looks out and gets the ball to Nugent. Nugent then taking it forward, tries to get away from one. Just get away from one, but can't get away from the second, and the ball's just hoofed clear by the Runcorn man. It's going to be Jim Atkinson, who's just outside of the box to take it down and look to restart this Reds attack. Simonton, one of the deepest, looking for this. Shapes to put a crossfield pass in, but then just knocks it past the defender and finds Jerome. Gets the ball back from Jerome and then backs it back into Tinian. Tinian knocks it back beyond the halfway line to Stephen Rigg. Rigg back to Tinian once again. Tinian just looks at taking it forward. Shapes to put the ball through, and then yet again, similar to what Simonton done, just knocks it past him and looks for Simonton. Ball then back to Wordsworth. Ball in the feet now of Bobby Carroll. Carroll in centre of the pitch, around about 30 yards out, just looking to get that ball to Jerome. Jerome looking for the touch there across the top, and Rainford is going to be in over the top. Atkinson very nonchalantly just heads that ball down towards Tinian, but you can see where that's going to be a danger there. Rainford just on the shoulder of Dan Wordsworth. Ball in the feet now of Jerome, knocks it back to Wordsworth. Wordsworth then finds three-man, who's Bobby Carroll. Carroll then knocks it back to Rigg. So he's enjoying a spell of possession here. Can they do anything with it? Ball just bounces, but still in the feet of Rigg. Still in the feet of Rigg. Rigg's running about 40 yards there. Then ball is deflected across to Simonton. Simon, is he going to try and go down? He's going to go down and get that ball in. Jeff Simonton forces the save there from Danny Taberner. Ball is cleared, but only as far as Conantinnion. Then finds Birch and knocks it back out to Simonton. This is one of the best periods of possession that Reds have had. He's got past the defender. Simonton! No. The net rustled, but it was only from the side netting, Simonton. But Reds, that's like I say, Matt Henney, since probably throughout the game at all, that's probably the best spell of possession that Reds have had.
Makes a big difference, because that's Danny's philosophy, isn't it? Possession. And once you connect with those passes and that, it gets the guys higher up the pitch into positions where they can hurt teams. And that's exactly what they've done with Simonton in twice in succession there. He's cutting off that wing and he's cracked one. It's a great save by the keeper, and then he's gone the other side this time on his left foot and cracked one there, but he's just dragged it. So well play working. A bit more possession like that will see some rewards.
Ball's in the feet now of Runcorn, but Tinion's just able to go through the back of his defender legally and get the ball back. And is that going to be Jerome? It is Jerome that's been taken down by the Runcorn captain, James Short. Atkinson shouts to McCarrick and says, I'm going to come and take this free kick. Atkinson looks at the crossfield ball towards Simonton. Simonton gets past the defender and is able to step inside. He's Simonton. Just comes into the edge of the box. On his right foot, he's Simonton. Comes back now into the centre of the box. Then finds Nugent. Nugent on his left foot. Nugent hits the bar! Oh, Reds are only a whisker away from taking the lead. Nugent hits the bar and the ball is cleared away. Wordsworth.
Oh my God.
Oh, Workington Reds only a mere paint shavings away from taking the lead. Wordsworth now finds Carroll. Carroll then finds Allison. Allison knocks it down towards Nugent, but the ball is going to be cleared by Runcorn, but only as far as Birch. Reds enjoying their best spell of possession and territory so far in this match. Tinyon's going to knock that ball forward, looking for Allison. It means that Heathcourt has to knock the ball, but only knocks it as far down as Moore, who then only clears it, but it's a poor clearance towards Tinyon. 1-2 between Simonton and Tinyon. Rigg, and then Rigg, it was more a clearance than a pass from Rigg, but it's going to be a red throw in here. But Red's only a pain shaving away, Matt Henney, just as we hit the hour mark.
Definitely promising signs. You know, Simonton again, keep giving him the ball. The things are happening when it goes down his side. He's been in possession of the football on the left wing. He's cut across. He's looked to get his shot off on his strong right foot. He couldn't. He's tried again. He couldn't. And then he's just rolled the ball across to young Kai Nugent on the edge of the box, who's shaped one. I was right behind it. He's curled it just over the keeper. He thought it was nestled in the top corner, and it's just hit the bar. Great effort, but real promising signs back home for you Reds fans that this working Reds team's gone up a gear.
Like I said, best spell of possession and territory that Reds have had, that weren't able to come away from it with a goal there, but so close from Kai Nugent, and he's probably been one of Reds' best players out there so far this afternoon. You can see why he's just signed a professional contract up at Carlisle.
Yeah, and then you go, you know, what age is he? 18?
Yeah,
so you can see,
18,
you know, there's no nerves. He's playing with no nerves. He's a young lad. He's pleased to be out there. He's just playing off the cuff, and you can see that he's had a cracking game as the wee fella.
In the meantime, you haven't missed too much. Just Runcorn just coming up the field through with a few throw-ins, and now this will be their third on the in a row. And but they've made around about 40 yards through these three throw-ins. Have Runcorn on that far right-hand side. Ball thrown in now. It's looking towards Rainford. Rainford tries to get a knock on past Stephen Rigg. Rigg able to clear it away, but only towards Tom Moore. Moore tries to get past Bobby Carroll, isn't able to do so, and the ball goes out for the Reds throw in 25 yards away from their own goal.
Yeah, it's promising signs, isn't it? We look on top. It looks as if Danny's told them just to settle down and play their own game. Now they're playing like the Reds that we know, that can get it down, that they can play, they can relax, pick the right passes, and that's what we're starting to see now, and that's why we're starting to see an improved Reds getting hold of this game. I'd just like to see a goal for all the pressure that they are putting this Runcorn side under.
So ball's knocked back from Brook towards O'Mahony, and then comes out to James Short, the Runcorn captain. Short's looking for the ball over the top towards Rooney on this side, able to step inside, pass down Wordsworth. Mabel gets away from McCarriger, but Wordsworth recovers to challenge and take that ball away, but Short knocks it in towards Rainford, still on this left-hand side touchline, unable to control the ball. However, it's Rainford, and it's going to be a Reds throw in on the edge of the penalty area. McCarriger throws the ball towards Carroll, takes the pass back. McCarriger looks for the ball towards Allison. Allison just unable to control. But Rigg is going to head this ball forward. Then it's Heathcourt, then it's Wordsworth, but then it's eventually going to be Louis Stowe that takes that ball down, but dispossessed by Connor Tinyon. Tinyon looking for Allison, but ball's intercepted there by Heathcourt. Reds have the ball back now through Tinyon, then finds Jerome. Exactly on the halfway line here, then finds McCarriger. Well, McCarriger's just going to look for the ball. He just does a little Cruyff turn and then just puts the ball over the top back towards Tinyon. Tinyon taking it into the centre of the park, then gets it out wide to Birch. Out to Simonton right on that far left hand side touchline as Reds are attacking the town end. Simonton is looking more dangerous, gets that ball in there as Simonton. It's going to be cleared there by Doyle, not out for the throw-in. Simonton still challenging for this with Moore. The ball's come back to Tinyon. Tinyon gets a cross in. Can Jerome get there? He can't. It's just defender just gets in front of him. Nugent tries to bring it down. Challenge on the Runcorn defender. He's done very well there, has Ryan Brook, but ball does go out for a throw-in after the poor clearance, after what was some good defensive work there from the centre forward.
Yeah, the same. Runcorn seem a little bit flustered and a little bit rattled, don't they? I think they're struggling to come to terms with Workington's speed of pass, Workington's possession and Workington's movement. So it just looks as if this Workington team have definitely upped the ante now, but we'd just like to see a goal come at the end of some of these promising moves that we are creating.
Tinyon hits the floor, referee not interested. Clearance headed away by Rigg, then Tinyon goes up for it. Tinyon does collect that ball and it's just knocked back to Wordsworth on the halfway line, then puts the ball forward through to Ruben Jerome. Jerome trying to take on the defender. McCarriger passed the pass to McCarriger, might have been a better option, but Jerome does get the tackle in and it goes out for a Runcorn throw-in.
I think as Jerome's held it up really well there, I think what we need to see is Greg McCarriger really bombing on down this full-back position and getting past him. Jerome kind of got caught with the ball under his feet, but McCarriger sort of sitting off. I think the wee fella could get past him and create a bit of an option going forward and overlapping a bit.
So Runcorn take the throw-in. Heathcote passes it along to his fellow central defender O'Mahony. Ball keeps coming forward now. Not forward, looking towards for
foul referee.
Ryan Brook, and Brook just puts leans the shoulder into McCarriger and gives the free kick away. Wordsworth just finds Tinian, who's just going to bring the ball forward, still with ball in his feet, then looks for the crossfield pass from centre midfield towards Simonton. Simonton's going to have some work to do to keep it in, but he does. Then just crosses back inside. He's got plenty inside of Simonton. Fakes to take the shot. Still on the edge of the box and unable to get any shot away. He's Simonton. You can tell he's upset with that, and Nugent just trying to get back there, gives the foul away against the Runcorn man in Ryan Brook.
He just couldn't get his shot off there, Simonton, could he? He looks the one though. He looks the go-to man where I'll be focusing the attacks down that left, because he's got the beating of his opposing full-back, put it that way.
Stephen Riggs going to be taken down. But yeah, him and Nugent look the real attacking threats up there at up top at the moment for Reds. Yeah,
that's definitely where the most dangerous attacks are coming from. Just keep doing it. If it's hurting them, just keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep feeding Simonton and he'll make something happen by the looks of it. He looks sharp today.
So Atkinson knocks the ball long, looking for the head of Jerome. Jerome's able to knock it on to McCarriger, who's just on the edge of the box. McCarriger gets that ball in. Allison wasn't just on the penalty spot where the ball was. Ball's come across to Simonton, just at the edge of the penalty area. Simonton's going to get that ball in. Jerome rises highest. It's just cleared away. Allison was almost there, but it's just cleared away by Sam Heathcote. Reds go close once again. Still remains Workington 1, Runcorn Linnets 1.
So what we spoke about, McCarriger's got forward there. He's picked up a loose ball at the back stick and he's played a great cross into the box. The header looked like it was drifting in, and if it wasn't, it looked like Allison was going to tap it into the back stick. But to be fair, it's really good defending by the Runcorn number 6, Sam Heathcote, to clear it. Throwing the Reds in a good position. Real promising signs.
Just like Runcorn's getting ready to make another sub to us down the lowers. Looks to be that Lewis Brook, Ryan Brook's going to be leaving the field, potentially replaced by Kieran Nunn, and I'm surprised about that, because Brooks he's played very well up top for Runcorn.
Yeah, he has, but he hasn't looked as much of a threat. But I think since Billy Painter made the changes, his positive changes, it hasn't worked, has it? We've totally got on top, and he's obviously spotted it straight away, and he's probably going to revert back to type.
Ball's now in the feet of Simonton. Simonton knocks it back here trying to get towards Birch. Good play there from Simonton, and Birch acknowledges that, but just unable to control that ball. And we're 67 and a half, so we're exactly halfway gone in the second half here. 22 and a half minutes remain. There's extra time looming. Workington 1, Runcorn Linnets 1.
Workington's definitely had the better of this second half. I think Danny's just had a shout down to Brad Hubble, who looks like he could be readying himself to come on.
Kai Nugent looked very well there. He's got a ball in hand. He's got no fear as the lad. It's going to be a free kick. Fantastic run by Kai Nugent. As you can see, he's playing with no fear. He's the youngster, and he's just winding up sort of them experienced Runcorn defenders. And it's going to be a free kick here. Perfect territory for Reds. Tinian and Simonton will be all over this.
Great feat again by Nugent. Nice and direct. Low centre of gravity the little fella's got. He's danced in and out of a couple of players, and as he was taken down and for the free kick and rightly given by the referee, I think it was Louis Hayes, just to give him a little bit of a slap on the back of the head in frustration really. So we've got a free kick here just on the edge of the box. It's got to be in Simonton territory, surely. He's right foot, it's perfect positioning for him.
And the keeper knows that he's trying to get his wall, and you can hear the noise.
He's just
pumping up around here around Borough Park. Simonton just hits the top of the wall. To be fair to the wall, they all jumped in unison. Ball's come to Rig, and they're now going to try and break here. Runcorn gets away just from Carroll, but Rig just gets back, and Carroll does, and Runcorn, the attacker, hasn't said something there and just shoved Carroll. Carroll didn't like that. It's Jamie Rainford. I think he's got a bit of a reputation for a bit of hot-headedness at times, as Rainford.
Well, there was a break on there, wasn't there? And Bobby Carroll's done the right thing. He's worked his socks off to get back in. What you would call nowadays as a cynical foul, just to prevent the attack, and it looks like Rainford's reacted to Carroll as he's pulled his shirt back. Bit of handbags, nothing to worry about. As young Kai Nugent comes over for a well-earned drink.
So yeah, I mean, I don't even think a foul's been, has a foul been given, or is he given a foul?
Yeah, it will be. I think. Can't see for the dugout, or is it? Oh no.
No, just a throw. Yeah, I didn't think he'd given a foul, but he definitely wasn't happy with the challenge. Was rained from Bobby Carroll. It's going to be James Short who's going to take his throw in. He's walked up around about 5 or 6 further yards, make that 7, make that 8 from where the ball actually went out of play. But Jerome there, who gets his foot to it, but isn't cleared. But it is eventually, just cleared a little bit by. It goes into the feet of Runcorn.
No chance.
Jerome slip. You're not getting a free kick for that. Jerome puts the ball down this right-hand side, and Allison's got a chase on here against Shauna Mahoney, and just no one with really Allison to try and effect the press on that. But the ball is cleared into the feet of Kai Nugent. Kai Nugent! Oh, he was in the box there with Nugent. Just couldn't get the ball out from his feet. Ball's knocked back from Jerome to Tinian. Tinian then just knocks it sideways across the Birch. Red's still on top.
Definitely.
Just 70 minutes gone. Charlie Birch looking for the spectacular. Bounces off the town end roof and goes into the car park.
Another great run by Nugent. Again, he's looked a real threat. He's drove into the penalty area. I think we were more getting excited as in is somebody going to bring him down, because he seemed to have it for a long time, and he looks dangerous, the young man.
Danny Grainger not happy with the 4th official not getting the ball out, not because not that it would have been going anywhere anyways, because it's Ryan Brook that's down, but he's the man that's due to be substituted on the board that we've seen, but the board's been taken back down, so it looks like that sub's being shelved for now for Runcorn, as Ruben Rome just comes over, looks to get a drink and maybe some instructions from Danny Grainger. The Brad Hubble, as you mentioned, just getting some instructions down from Danny Grainger's assistant here as well, so he could be introduced similar time from what he would have been introduced on Tuesday as well, if he's introduced in the next few minutes, Brad Hubble.
Yeah, I'm just looking to try and think who will bring Brad Hubble on for, because I think that the three in midfield have done.
It was Nugent on Tuesday night, wasn't it? But
yeah,
he's playing
but
at the moment, you wouldn't want to bring him off.
Not at all. I wouldn't Carroll or Tinian neither. I think I'll be really interested to see what Danny's thinking here, because the 3 centre mids have done well for me. Nugent and Carroll especially really busy. Tinian just getting his foot on it and getting us ticking in there.
Jerome nearly got himself into trouble there, done well to work his way out, but nearly in trouble again, but eventually gets the ball away to Bobby Carroll, but the referee gets in the way, and because the referee gets in the way, it's going to be a stoppage here, and Reds will have just a chance to reset and go again. But Jerome stays down just after that. Maybe just a bit of tiredness out there from the Reds attacker. 72 minutes into this, of course, two games in 4 days for Reds.
He just seems to be stretching his calves off. I don't know if it might be Jerome that comes off. I'm not sure, because he seems to be really cramping up, doesn't he, around his calves. But it's again, who then comes wide? You know what I mean? Does he bring Hubble in there and put Tinian out wide?
Potentially.
We'll see what happens.
Ball's in the feet now of McCarriger following this Reds restart. He runs the ball down this right hand side, then takes it in, now passes the ball out to Jerome. Jerome looking to get the cross in, but it's deflected away for a throw in for Reds. Just gone into the just about to go into the 74th minute here at Borough Park. NPL West playoff final. Workington 1, Runcorn 1. McCarriger takes the throw in, finds Allison. Allison knocks it, just passes it back. Bit of a 1-2 between them. Ball in the feet now of Allison, then passes it across to Tinian. Tinian with the strike. Taberner's got work to do, and that's to knock it back for the corner. Yeah, I think it was what a save for the cameras from Danny Taberner, but he did have work to do to make sure that was pushed round the post.
Yeah, it was well worked again. We've come in off the right wing. I think it was Scott Allison, was it, that just drove across and rolled it to Tinian to get his shot off. It's a great strike on target. You'd expect your keeper to save it really, but it's brought the corner for the Reds, and Simonton's about to put it into the danger area.
So Simonton still lining up this corner. Wait for the traditional hand to go up in the air. It goes up now. And then a couple of seconds later plays that ball in. Looking, is it Stephen Rigg just out the back? But it's going to be a free kick to Runcorn, as one of the Runcorn men is hit the floor once again. But having a look, so just around about 16 minutes to go here at Borough Park, and Reds still remain on top. Matt Henney, they just aren't being rewarded for their efforts at the moment. 16 minutes to go.
It's that tense time, isn't it? Workington definitely on top. We're just needing a goal that should reward the build-up play that we've got at the minute. I had a little bit of a complaint in the first half about the final ball. but the final execution. But all that's been there this half. I don't want to jinx it, but the way it's going, I think, you know, surely we're going to get one if we keep putting the pressure on like we are. We'd like to think so. Touch wood.
So the goal kick comes along, Rigg gets his head to it. It's going to be Simonson at the second and third bounce, and eventually gets that. He's going to break down that left hand side. He's going to take on Tom Moore. Gets the ball in, does Simonson. Allison takes a touch, takes a second touch, takes a third touch. Allison! Oh! And it's a fantastic, I can't tell which player, I think it's one of the centre backs, but they've done very well there too. And it actually got to get that ball away, and it's actually gone for has it gone for a throw in or a corner? It has gone for a corner. So it's going to be Connor Tinian to take this corner for Workington.
I mean, it's dropped to Scotty Allison there, hasn't it? He's took a touch. We were right behind that, and it did look as if it was heading towards the bottom corner. So it's great defending and a great block. Corner ball.
Tinian puts the ball in to Jerome. Jerome's almost there. It's going to be cleared by a defender, but then comes out to Tinian. Tinian puts another ball in, teasing ball. Stephen Rigg! Oh, Stephen Rigg! It just goes beyond the right hand side post. Reds are putting the pressure on here, but it still remains Workington 1, Runcorn Linnets 1.
It's another chance. It's another good chance. You know, it's not a sitter, but I know how good Stephen Rigg is in the air. He's got a good connection on it. It's just went past the far post there. Very unlucky, and as the rain starts to come down a bit here at Workington, it's getting real tense.
It's going to be a substitute for Runcorn. He said the man Ryan Brook was being signalled to come off earlier on. It was initially Kieran Nolan that was coming onto the field, but it's now going to be Raheem Hanley instead. He was the only change from the starting lineup for Tuesday for Runcorn. And Cameron Mooney replaced him, but Ryan Brook, who it was effective in the first half, but since they made that change, Matt Henney in the second half hasn't really had a lot of ball.
No, he's been kept quiet, well marshalled by Wordsworth and Rigg. Second half though, Workington's been dominant for me. Look the better team. They look like they're going to make something happen. We just want that little break, don't we?
So Tamina is taking the goal kick. Goal kick goes towards and is headed by Stephen Rigg. Tried to be controlled by Allison. Allison not able to get there. Ball is running out wide, but there's no Reds or Runcorn players out here, so the ball comes out for a throw-in, a Reds throw-in. The Carragher's going to collect this ball. Takes it to Tinian. Tinian passes it back to McCarragher, who finds Wordsworth, who tries to put the ball over the top to Jerome. Jerome not able to get there, but it's being cleared out for another throw-in. It's going to be a substitute here as well. It is going to be Kai Nugent, and I'm a bit surprised about that one, but I reckon maybe just Danny Grainger just want a little bit more experience in the centre of the park. This game maybe goes the distance.
Yes, it is a little bit of a surprise, because young Nugent's had a very good game in there. Very impressed with him again. It's the second time I've seen him in a week. Real busy kid. Looks like he's got a good head on his shoulders, and it's a surprise one. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Hubble will come on there and he will steady it, but it didn't really need steadied. Really, he just needed to be continued, because Reds were by far the better team and on top. But Danny knows what he's doing, so we'll see what this substitution does for the flow of the way Workington have played.
So ball's going to go out for the Reds throw-in. Ball was changed to be cleared by Tom Moore. 2,500 people inside Borough Park here this afternoon. 2,560 official attendance. Reports earlier on today potentially 2,800, nearly 3,000, but still a cracking attendance of 2,500 here at Borough Park, and they're being treated to a nervy, cagey game of playoff final football. But Reds have really been on top in the last 10-15 minutes, just not rewarded for their efforts as of yet. Atkinson looks for the crossfield ball towards Simonton, going to be cleared by Moore, and it's going to be free kick. I think Runcorn's way. It was a 50-50 challenge in the centre of the park. And it's going to be, is it Brad Hubble that stays down, just come onto the field. I think he's going to get a yellow card, is Brad Hubble.
Yeah, it's just a coming together. The ball's dropped between the two of them. 50-50, bit of a collision. It looks like the Runcorn lad is struggling a little bit. But I'm just imagining if we get a goal in the late stages of this game, the roof's going to lift off in this stadium. I'd love to see it. The scenes would be amazing. And the way the second half went, I feel like we deserve it.
11 minutes left here at Borough Park. Just been asked a question. So the Reds the Runcorn defenders just needing some treatment following that. I think it's Tom Moore who took the hit there from Brad Hubbold, and Hubbold has been booked only around about 30 seconds or so after coming into the field of play. So it's going to be Heathcourt that knocks that ball forward from the free kick, looking for Hanley down this side. Hanley just able to control it under the pressure of McCarriger. McCarriger just get a foot in there. Is that going to be a Runcorn throw in? No, it's going to be a Reds throw in. Just on the edge of the Reds penalty area with ball in hand is McCarriger. McCarriger finds Carroll, just knocks it back to McCarriger and looks the ball over the top towards Allison, and he's just knocked the looked like it was going to go over the head of Sean O'Mahony, but just able to get a head to it and knocks it out for the throw in. Scotty Ellison was just behind him if he wasn't able to get a touch. So around about 15 inside Runcorn's half here are Reds from the throw-in. Passed in between McCarriger and Tinian. Carroll now involved there as well. Carroll's looking for the ball down the side. Is it going to be it's going to be a Runcorn ball. Bobby Carroll's asking if it was being deflected off one of the Runcorn defenders. Doesn't get his wish there. It's going to be a Runcorn throw-in. 10 minutes to go.
He's just had a little bit of a lull, hasn't he? The chances were coming every couple of minutes or so, but he just kind of died off just a little, which is what you would expect sometimes as it gets towards the latter stages where nobody wants to make any errors, nobody wants to make any slip-ups, so it just tightens up a little bit going into the last 10 minutes. It's kind of what you expect in a big playoff game like this.
So Wordsworth knocks the long ball away. Ball's fell to the feet of Jerome just over the halfway line down this right-hand side. Jerome not able to take that ball with that and goes out for the Reds throw-in. Sorry, Runcorn throw-in, my apologies. Played between Short and the centre-back O'Mahony. Comes across now to Heathcourt. Puts that ball in. Looking for the Moore on that side. Gets that ball inside then to Eden Gums. Haven't said his name an awful lot in the second half compared to the first half. Ball is cleared, but cleared into Heathcourt. Heathcourt then finds Moore. Just on the edge of the penalty here at Runcorn. Just moving back, lost around about 5 or 6 yards there. Ball comes across into the penalty area, but he's cleared by Reds. Ruben Jerome really needs to just try and get that ball forward. He's just waiting for it and took a bounce, and it's back into the possession here of Runcorn. Shaw puts the ball up towards Rainford. Rainford gets away from Dan Wordsworth. Jamie Rainford, it was a curling shot. I know you could tell from here it was bending in, but the fans behind the goal thought of that being going in, but it always looked like it was going wide from our position.
Yeah, so did Billy Painter. To sum that up, that's the best player Runcorn have had this half, really. Bit of sustained possession in the Workington half. It fell to Rainford, 20-25 yards out. It tried to curl on the far corner. We were right behind it. You could see it was curling away, but Billy Painter got a little bit excited, and one or two of the Runcorn subs on the bench did as well, but still 1-1.
Runcorn just getting back into the game in the last few minutes, but the one on that occasion, the attempted clearance from Sam Heathcourt has just been spurned into touch. So it's going to be a Reds throw-in. Simonson. It's come back now, crossing out to Birch. Birch then finds Carroll, just knocked back down to Birch. Ball over the top looking for Simonson. Simon wasn't expecting that, however, and it is just going to go dead. It's going to go for a goal kick to Runcorn. 7 minutes to go. His extra time looming, his penalties looming, Matt Henney. Whoa, I don't think you could take it.
No, it's a worst nightmare. All right if you're good at penalties, are confident of them, but there'll be a lot of lads out there that'll be thinking, oh dear, like I used to do. I'd just take my boots off so they knew I wasn't taking one.
Danny Taberner with the goal kick. Rigg's going to be first man to it. He's done that an awful lot today, Stephen Rigg. Ball is going to go over the top. It's going to go over the top of Birch, and Birch is just going to try and ferry this out for a goal kick, and it isn't going to go because Eden Gums has chased that, but it means Birch has just been able to bring this away down that left hand side into the feet of Carroll. Carroll gets away from his opposite number. Keep going over the halfway line now, does Carroll. Carroll still does well, looking to get the ball through to Jerome. Comes across to Hubbold instead, who looks for the ball over the top to Simonson. Can Simonson keep that? He can't keep that in the field of play. Dad Simonson, Reds just trying to still keep this pressure on, but I say you've got into a lull in the last few minutes. Neither side now really want to give any sort of a mistake to give an opportunity away.
I think that's what it is, but also the substitution made by Billy Painter there. It looks as if it's kind of nullified Simon's threat on the far side, hasn't it? Because you could see he was really getting into the game and he was loving it when it was 3 at the back, but now it's gone back to a 4. it's kind of just quieting David down a little bit, which is bad for us and good for Runcorn. We'll just have to find a way of getting him back into the game.
Ball's just gone to the head of McCarrigan, and then he's going to have to go on to Wordsworth. Wordsworth then to Hubbold, who just kicks it over his shoulders. Simonson looking for the chase there on with Tom Moore. We've gone reverted to a 4 at the back, which I think has really suited Runcorn's play. They went to that 3-5-2 formation. It didn't suit their style of play at all, but when soon they've gone back to 4 at the back, it's really helped Runcorn in the last sort of 5-6 minutes. Wordsworth's going to get this ball clear. Hanley's just going to allow it to go out for the throw-in. 5 minutes to go here at Borough Park. Still remains 1-1.
No, you're dead right. The system change has certainly helped Runcorn, and obviously Billy Painter's been round the block. He knows his stuff, and fair play to him. He's earned his money with that choice, because it's quieting Simon down a little bit.
So ball is going to go out. If it goes out, it's going to go out for a red throw, and it just deflected off the feet there. Scott Allison has Hanley let the ball run. Just going to be around about 10 yards, just on the edge of the penalty area. Really is this throw-in. Short to Hanley, finds Short again, but cross isn't the best, and just collected at first point by Hubbold. Hubble's looking for the ball over the top towards Jerome. Going to be cleared. Hanley's got some work to do to try and keep it in the field of play, but he does. Going to be challenged on there by Brad Hubbold, and ball goes out for the Reds throw-in. Asking for the traditional booking for as Jamie Shaw just threw the ball back into the field of play.
I don't like to criticise, but I feel as if we've lost that little bit of energy in the middle. What Card Nugent was giving us. That's not a criticism of anyone in particular, but it's more of a way the game was. He
was giving Reg knocking the ball forward.
Yeah, I thought he was running
just a
with
sort of
really
different
well.
play. He's Brad Hubbold. You're not going to get as much that from him, but you are getting him
From Simon.
Simon going to be taken down. No, referee waves it away. Simon was taken down in the box, but decided the Runcorn defender got the ball first, and the ball goes out for a Runcorn throw-in exactly on halfway.
Certainly seen them given. Simon in again. Like I say, the threat. Please just keep giving him the ball. The guy's making things happen. He's beat his man again. He looks far quicker than the right back. He's cut in. He's in the box. It looks to me as if he's being shoved in the back. I'm not going to say it's an absolute stonewall penalty, but I've definitely 100% seen them given.
Ball comes wide left now into the feet of Hanley. 1-on-1 stepping up against McCarrigan. Just sort of a war of attrition between the two. Ball then comes back towards Lewis Hayes, and Hayes tries to get the spectacular finish into the top corner, but hasn't gone anywhere, and it's gone for the goal kick. 3 minutes to go, just under 3 minutes to go.
We really are into that critical time now, aren't we? 2 or 3 minutes left of normal time before injury time. Everybody now in real fear of not making a mistake. But we'd be in absolute dreamland if we can get a goal, wouldn't we?
Certainly would be, but extra time's looking at potential and a real possibility at the moment with just over 2 minutes to go. Ball's knocked forward by Heathcote. No one really chasing that for Runcorn, and it's collected by Jim Atkinson.
It seems to be a bit of a theme of Runcorn's attacking play, doesn't it? A lot of it's just kind of hit and hope, and there's not a lot of threat or danger at the end of it, so let's just hope we can get something later on.
Ball in the feet now, Scott Allison around about 30 yards out, just comes right to Tinian. Tinian steps back inside on his left, finds Carroll. 1-2 between Carroll and Tinian. Simonton was then going to come inside. Tinian was going to play it out wide, and
I can see what Connor's thinking there. He's in good possession of the football, 30 yards from goal in the middle of the pitch. Simonton's just wide of him, wanting a square pass. But I think Tinian was wanting him to run in behind his fullback where he's getting all of his joy. And kind of a breakdown in communications there, and he just went out for the throw-in.
I'm just being told I'd expected 3 minutes on at the end of this game, so that leaves it around about 4 minutes to go. We're just about to head into the final minute of the 90 here at Borough Park. Ball's going to be collected on halfway by Hanley. Hanley runs down this left hand side. He looks to get the ball in. It's going to be spooned for the down this left hand side. It's going to be a goal kick for Reds. We're into that final minute of normal time, expecting an added 3 minutes. That's the final of this game. That's all that's separating us from extra time here in this NPL West playoff final. It remains Workington 1, Runcorn Linnets 1. Atkinson with the goal kick, knocked up long towards the head of Jerome. Jerome and Allison's swap back round. Jerome's back in the middle of the park now with Allison on as a winger. 30 seconds left of normal time. Ball is knocked long, cleared by Dan Wordsworth into the feet of Hubble, who then knocks it forward for Tinyon. Tinyon's going to try and find Simonton. Simonton takes a couple of touches to take it clean, and then looks to come inside. Finds Charlie Birch. Birch is then going to come in the middle to Brad Hubble. Hubble tried to find Allison through the middle, not able to do that. Falls to Bobby Carroll. Ball goes left beyond the left-hand side post.
Yeah, if you have a look at the Runcorn players here that are trying to stop shots and work, they look tired, don't they? There's a couple of them just lying on the floor, a couple of them cramping up a tad. Who can be the hero here?
Just to confirm, we have had 3 minutes added on. We're now into that 20 seconds into 3 added on here at Borough Park. Is there going to be a hero, or are we going to extra time? Danny Taberner takes the goal kick and puts it long. Goes over the top of Birch. It's going to be a Reds throw-in. Stephen Riggs going to... No, it's not. It's going to be a Runcorn throw-in. Just to come off the head there of Charlie Birch. It's going to be Tom Moore who takes that. Throws it down. Ball's now in midfield with Lewis Hayes. Hayes centre of the field, around about 30 yards out. Passes it along to Hanley. Hanley on this left-hand side. Takes it along, tries to beat McConaughey. He's going to beat McConaughey. Ball's going to go left. Hanley's now into the box, going to come down.
Shit.
Wordsworth. Hanley now with ball in hand. Penalty shout. Balls. Jamie Rainford with them with a shot. James Short at the edge of the box. Ball's deflected and joined away. Scott Allison will just apologise for any language may have been picked up there. But Ruben Jerome is fouled. Ruben Jerome's trying to take this quick free kick, and it's just Lewis Hayes is standing in front of him. Atkinson's come and take it, looking for Simon. Fantastic ball from Jim Atkinson. Simon is going to take this when 90 seconds left into injury time. Simonton tries to put the ball back into the middle. Goes behind Birch, was able to collect. Birch then he's not going to be fouled there. He's Birch, ball's lost, but comes into the feet of Carroll. Then finds Tinyon. Then finds now into Hubble. Hubble's going to bring it out wide right. Is Hubble going to be taken down? He's not. He's still on his feet there. He's Hubble. Then gets the ball into Carroll. It's just in the area. Now out of it is Bobby Carroll. Carroll looking out wide. It's going to be knocked down. Simonton, 30 yards out, centre field. He's going to look for it. Simonton. He can't get his feet clear. Carroll. We're into that final minute. There's 50 seconds left here at Borough Park before we go into extra time. Tinyon knocks the ball into the box. Looking for Jerome. Just goes over the head of Jerome. It's being cleared. Tinyon slips. Then now finds Bobby Carroll. Carroll then knocks it along to Wordsworth. Around about 35 seconds left. Wordsworth then knocks it along to McConaughey. McConaughey's going to get that ball into the box. It's not going to be cleared well. Wordsworth still in along there. Taberner comes right in. It's a corner for Reds.
Brilliant.
Workington Reds have one final opportunity before we head into extra time. 20 seconds left here.
Go and write your name in history, boys. Boys, go and get on the end of this.
Connor Tinyon's going to come out and take this corner. Wordsworth's in the box, Allison's in the box, Rigg is coming up, Jerome's in the box, Simonton's in the box, Hubble and Carroll just at the edge of the box. Tinyon places the ball down. The 93 minutes are up. This is the last opportunity of regular time. Tinyon.
Imagine this.
Takes the corner, Scott Allison towards it. No, he's got to go towards Carroll. Can Bobby Carroll write his name in history? Is this going to be a corner ball? It's not going to give the corner. The ball was deflected out, but he's going to give. That's it. We're heading to extra time here. Do remain with us here online. We're not heading back to the sports show. We're not heading to FM or AM. We're remaining here online here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport via the BBC Sport app and the BBC Sport website. But full time at the end of regular time here at Borough Park. It is Workington Reds 1, Runcorn Linnets 1. Matt Henney, we're going to extra time.
Oh dear. They've been all over them, haven't the second half? It's been all us. Wave after wave of attack, chance after chance. Heart in mouth moment. Apologies back home for the swearing. Hanley got the ball in the corner. He beat McCarrigan. He's run right across the goal line. And honestly, it was so like I just thought he was going to play it across and the Runcorn player was going to get on the end of it. Wordsworth put his body on the line and they're all shouting for the penalty, and that's when I literally the lid come off and I blew up. So yeah, apologies for that heart in mouth moment, but yeah, you know, that's the only chance that Runcorn have had in that second half. I fancy this Reds team here to go on. You know, it comes to extra time, you know, it's only another half an hour, he's still running on adrenaline. You don't feel the tiredness. These are the playoffs. You know, the ground's packed. It's here for Workington. I feel that from what I've seen. I think it's just going to take a moment of quality. Just one of these Red players just to take one of those chances. They've created numerous chances in the second half there. More of the same. Feed David Symington, and I think we'll get rewards from it.
So Matt Henney, like you say, you've said there, you feel that Reds could have enough in extra time. Like you say, you mentioned a lot of the Runcorn players were cramping up in them final 5-10 minutes. Haven't seen a lot of that from Reds, especially, you know, maybe the players you'd expect, you know, maybe the likes of Tinian and Allison, who they don't play a lot of back-to-back football these days.
That's right, and you know, you look at our huddle over there with Danny, all the guys are together. I think there's only Ruben Jerome that's down, stretching his calves a little. He was struggling with a little bit of cramp, but the Runcorn players do look a little bit more tired. They've used a lot more. They've used more of the subs. So yeah, I think a lot of it's playing into Workington's hands, I hope. But like I said, I don't want to talk too soon and get too carried away. But from what I've seen there, it's only got to be a matter of time, an extra time, where I hope we just get that crucial and an elusive goal that will take the wind right out of Runcorn's sails.
Just to confirm, how did we get here? Runcorn took an early lead just after 6 minutes. It was a Lewis Doyle goal. He was able to take advantage of a Stephen Rigg just not able to get the ball into out of his feet there, and Lewis Doyle took advantage and put the ball beyond Jim Atkinson's reach. Workington hit back just short of the half-hour mark. It was a Kai Nugent cross. Showed his fancy footwork, did Kai Nugent, and put the ball into across the middle, and it come off the Runcorn centre back Sam Heathcote and went into the back of the goal. That was half time, 1-1. No goals in the second half. Reds have had more of the clear cut opportunities. Kai Nugent hit the bar, of course, and then was it Bobby Carroll in the final moments? I think it was a header or a shot just went beyond that left hand side post around about 5 minutes before the 90. But here we are at Borough Park, NPL West playoff, extra time looming. Matt Henney, you feel like you'd rather be out there than sat alongside me here at the moment.
It doesn't get any more tense than this, does it?
It was written in the stars, wasn't it? Extra time. It was from half time. It was. You could just feel like neither side were going to give it an opportunity or win, and here we are going into extra time.
Unbelievable. But yeah, like I say, back home to you guys listening online, I'm optimistic the way that second half panned out. It was very much 50-50 in the first half, but Workington's definitely been on top in the second half there, creating numerous chances. Let's just hope we can take one, and I honestly think that it'll demoralise this Runcorn side if we get this next goal.
So Runcorn making their final change at the start of extra time, and it's Cameron Rooney that's left the field, and he's being replaced by Jamal Crawford. So Reds have 2 substitutions left. Runcorn have none.
Yeah, well, that's always a useful thing to have. Obviously, if Runcorn pick up, as I've seen a few Runcorn guys lying down before, cramping up and things. If these guys are slowing up now and then they get to a point where they can't run anymore, there's no more subs to freshen up. Whereas Danny's kept 2 back, which is clever by him.
Very rarely uses all of his substitute. Danny always, you know, if he's using him in the final 10, 12 minutes of games. I mean, he fetched Brad Hubbold on with 12 minutes to go, and he's seen potentially this game going to extra time and has left himself back a couple of subs. Will they see a hero some of the subs bench for Reds?
Well, yeah, you know, it's clever play by Danny, really. He's kind of foreseen what was going to happen, and he's called it right, to be fair, because he's got 2 fresh changes he can make into this extra time when it's crucial, when you get the fresh legs.
So we are underway here in the first period of extra time. There's a cross coming in the early stages from Lewis Doyle down this right hand side, but it isn't the best, and in fact goes just over the crossbar and goes dead in the for a goal kick for Reds. Just 30 seconds gone in the first half of extra time. Goal kick comes into Stephen Rigg, then comes across back to Atkinson. Still in his box with it. then looking for the long ball out wide right to Jerome, and that's changed round again. Jerome's gone back out wide right with Scott Allison into the centre of the park. So Jamie Short is going to take a throw in. Short takes a throw in down that side. It's going to be headed up by McCarriger back into the field of play. Tinian tries to get there. It's going to be collected by Stephen Rigg. Rigg just gets his foot to it. Simonson's trying to get there, but beaten to it by Tom Weir. Then put in there by Crawford. Wordsworth has to deal with that, and does. But ball on, he's cleared as far as Lewis Hayes. Hayes then goes out wide right to Hanley. Hanley then's going to try and get the crossing cleared by Tinian, but only as far as Heathcote. Heathcote's looking for the spectacular. Centre back from 35 yards out, and as predicted, it hits the roof of the town end.
Typical centre half. Where's he cracked that from? 45 yards, and he's cleared the roof. He's cleared the roof with that one. He can shoot from there all day for us, and he's having a little chuckle about it himself. To be fair, it was that bad.
Goal kick. Scott Allison tries to get there, but he's given a free kick away for just pushing the Sam Heathcote, who was the centre back that attempted that 45-yard shot. Just pushed him out the way. Heathcote takes that free kick, looking for Hanley down that side. It's just going to be too deep for Hanley. Is it going to be a throw-in? It is going to be a throw-in for Reds. Just falls just the wrong side of the corner flag.
Yeah, this is like normal practice, I think. You've had a little break there just at the end of 90 minutes. You've had a bit of a chat, a drink. It's took a little bit of sting out of the game, really, and it'll start to just steadily boil up as the minutes go by, and then the tension will come again when guys start thinking about the dreaded penalties.
So Wordsworth just tries to knock the ball towards McCarriger. McCarriger can't take control of it. It goes for another Runcorn throw-in. It's going to be Short once again to take it. The captain of Runcorn, knocked down by Hanley, back towards Short, just on the edge of the penalty area on the far left-hand side. Ball's deflected out there from off Ruben Jerome. But it's actually Jerome put the tackle in, it's deflected off Short, and it's going to be a Reds throw-in. McCarriger with ball in hand. Finds Hubbold. Hubbard's just going to take it down and passes it back to Atkinson. Atkinson takes it with his left foot, passes it out wide with his right foot to Birch. Birch is going to look for the long ball down the field to Simonson. Moore was wide to it. Shout of handball from majority of the crowd, not given by the referee. Ball does then bounce into Hubbold. Hubbard's going to be taken down here by Jamal Crawford, centre of the field, just short of the semicircle. Stephen Rigg. Well, it's going to be Jim Atkinson that's going to come up to take it. Danny Grainger just shouted Lewis Riley back. We're going to see an early change here from Danny Grainger in this. He's going to get stripped there. Is Lewis Riley. So it looks to be like a change coming from Reds. We're only 4 to 5 minutes into the first half of extra time here at Borough Park. Atkinson, free kick's far too long. Allison can't get towards it. Jerome can't get anywhere near it. Goes behind the line for the Runcorn goal kick.
Yeah, not like Jim. He's knocked that one. He's put way too much on it, and he just ran out for the goal kick. And goalkeeper's just taking his time with this one. But yeah, it looks like there's going to be a change imminent. Again, it's not blatantly obvious what change he's going to make. But we'll
Ruben Jerome, that looks like.
Minutes.
I think it's Jerome just on the board that we've seen. And
is it?
You can imagine, you'd imagine why Scott Allison maybe go back out and Lewis Riley plays a target man up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, Jerome looks like he's been carrying a little bit of calf cramps for a wee while, and he's put a shift in. He's worked his socks off as he applauds the Reds crowds, and he comes off for a rest. And that's right. Yeah, Allison's going to go wide again. And then it'll be Lewis Riley through the middle as the 9, trying to hold it up and give us a platform to build off.
He played a part in Reds' playoff heartbreak last year here for Marine. He was part of the Marine side that won promotion from NPL West last season before joining Reds ahead of the start of this campaign. Throwing from Runcorn. Ball's actually now in the feet of Simonson. Simonson's looking for Riley in the early going, but the ball's not going to stay in the field of play. But it is going to be a Runcorn throw-in halfway in their own half. Just down, they're attacking the town end of the ground in this first half of extra time. Reds attacking the town end, the Derwin end, where the majority of the Runcorn fans are situated this afternoon. Moore takes the throw-in. Is it going to be Reds throw-in? Yeah, ball's gone out. Just off there, I think it was off Jamie Rainford. And it's going to be Charlie Birch to look at taking this throw in. Birch finds Tinian, back to Birch. Birch is going to look up the line. He's going to look for Riley. Riley's not going to be able to get there. You can see to Riley straight away. He was sort of muttering that the ball wasn't the best.
Yeah,
and
people
just
have come on and service up to him twice has been way off. He's wanting to get his first touch, and the balls up to him have just shifted out for throw-ins. But it's just reverted to type, hasn't it? Again, just the game's just lulled a little. Tensions took over a little, and the quality's just deserted from the game. Working just need to get the foot back on it, start finding those connecting passes, start moving up the field, start creating some chances again.
6.5 minutes gone in the first half extra time here at Borough Park. Ball's deflected off for Charlie Birch, back out for a Runcorn throw-in. In Reds' half now our Runcorn, around about 35 yards away from goal. Ball's in the feet of Moore. Moore's going to knock it all the way back. Danny Taberner knocking it back around about 50 yards. Taberner's then going to put the ball back upfield. Crawford on, Hanley on McCarriger. Carroll's fouled in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And it's 10 short of halfway, and it's going to be Carroll here to take his own on free kick, or he's going to allow Tinian or Wordsworth to take this. See the atmosphere really ramped up in that final 10 minutes, just sort of simmered down again. As you know, people know you've got for another 20 odd minutes or so now before this game could be decided, or before we head to penalties.
Yeah.
Atkinson now does have ball in feet, finds Tinian. Tinian going to knock it out wide right to Dan Wordsworth. Wordsworth's just going to take it over the halfway line. Still going down is Wordsworth. Wordsworth then knocks it in to Riley. Riley then knocks it back to Tinian, who's just back in the Reds' half. Back over the halfway line to Wordsworth out wide right. Sort of attack against defence in formation here. Riley trying to look for Allison. Clearance isn't the best. Goes to the feet of Carroll, then comes out left to Simonton. Simonton's 1-on-1, now 2-on-1. Tries to step inside the box, but it's worked well there by the Runcorn defenders and cleared down the line. Rigg gets his head to it. Carroll's going to try and get there. It's going to be headed backwards actually from Runcorn, but falls into the feet of Hubble. Hubble takes a run, then passes to Simonton out left. Is that going to be Simonton couldn't just keep it in the field of play, and it's going to be a Runcorn throwing on this on what is their right hand side, just 10 yards away from the goal line. Birch gets onto that throw-in, heads it forward. Wordsworth's going to have to come forward and get it. Just need a little touch towards Tinian. Connor Tinian takes his ball forward, then steps inside. He didn't know what to do, Connor Tinian. He didn't know what to do. He's trying to take too much along around that, but ball just come back to Carroll, who then just gets it out wide to McCarriger. McCarriger knocks it inside to Hubble. Hubble then finds Carroll. Carroll then runs towards the penalty area, knocks it out left to Simonton. Simonton now on his right foot. Then passes to Carroll just on the edge of the penalty area. Carroll then takes it, gets the ball in. It's going to deflect off Moore, and that's going to. Carroll gets it.
Yes!
Lewis Riley! Lewis Riley's got it in the Reds! Oh, Workington Reds have taken the lead! It's took 100 minutes of playoff final football here at Borough Park, but Workington Reds now lead. It's Workington Reds 2, Runcorn 1. Reds are 20 minutes away from promotion.
Absolutely brilliant. It just. The ball that the boys should have been playing, like they should play all the game. He just keep feeding Simon because he just looked as if he was going to make something happen. But what I noticed on that occasion was when the ball went out wide to Simon on this left wing, they usually doubled up on him, but they didn't double up on him this time. They left him one-on-one, and it was it looked like it was Bobby Carroll that drifted into that little hole, little pocket of space. Simon rolled it into Carroll. Carroll's ran it into the box and played a cross into the box there, and a neat headed finish from 6 yards out from O'Reilly. Great substitution by Danny. It's paid off. Now then, I honestly did the Runcorn players look a little bit flat. I haven't really seen much step from them. Hopefully that could be the game, but there's plenty of time to go.
5 before we get to the half-time break here in extra time, but Workington Reds, it's took 100 minutes, but they've finally taken the lead in this playoff final, and you can just tell it's give Reds that impetus. It's just given them that extra step, that extra bit of speed as they're just trying to close the ball down. But we are here. It is still only the first half of extra time. There is still 19 and a half minutes left. Ball has gone out for a Runcorn throw-in, round about 15 yards away from the Reds goal line. It's going to be Moore, you feel, might try and launch this long. Yeah, as I said, that atmosphere had sort of cooled down a bit, but it's starting to simmer back up here at Borough Park. Ball goes into the feet of Crawford. Crawford looks to get it into the box. It's going to be cleared away by Tinian towards Riley. Riley takes it down, does very well, looking to hold it up. Trying to find a Reds man, trying to find support. Tries to knock it back to Carroll, but it's intercepted by Eden Gums. But Gums just knocks it out for the throw-in, and it's going to be a Reds throw-in here, 15 short of halfway.
Yeah, held up play by O'Reilly was good. He held it up well. He was just looking to somebody to lay it off to and build a platform. He's got us a throw-in. It just lets us take the sting out of it a little.
Throw-in taken from Birch, looking towards Riley. Riley can't get it. It's cleared by Reds, only towards Tinian. Tinian tries to take that ball forward. Eventually comes to Rigg. Rigg gets ahead on it. Tinian takes a couple of touches but can't take it cleanly. Sort of head tennis out there at the moment. Wordsworth gets his head on it. Hubble tries to take it down but finds Tinian. Tinian just tries a little nonchalant pass towards Hubble. Hubble wasn't expecting it, but it is going to be cleared by Dan Wordsworth. Riley trying to take this down. It's going to be cleared away by Heathcourt. Heathcourt still has now ball at his feet. Tries to look for the diagonal pass out towards Hanley. Hanley able to take it down, but Carragher just knocks it in to the grandstand behind him. 3 minutes to go in the first half, extra time here at Borough Park. Reds 2, Runcorn 1.
Great scenes there, wasn't it, with Riley when he got his goal. He ran straight across to the popular side there, and there was a big huddle, so a lot of the crowd joined in with the players. Great to see.
Runcorn with ball at their feet. Ball's in and out at the feet of Louis Hayes. Hayes looking for the diagonal ball across, looking for Moore. Moore can't quite get there, and it's going to go dead. It's going to go behind the Reds goal line for a goal kick. We're into the 103rd minute. 2 minutes of the first half of extra time remaining here at Borough Park. We still have another 15 minutes, of course, after this. No silver goal, no golden goal. We have full half an hour of extra time here at Borough Park. Remember the old silver goal? It's been a while.
Imagine that. If that was the old golden goal there, that was game over. That would have been fantastic, wouldn't it? But Jim's done the right thing there. He's killed the game a little bit. Just like you said, 1 or 2 minutes now to the end of the first period. Runcorn will maybe get the cells in and might decide to start taking a few chances by pushing out a little bit. We might be able to catch him on the counter-attack by getting the ball into Simonton and see if he can create more havoc that he's been doing all game.
It's coming our way, this. The goal kick from Jim Atkinson wasn't the best. It's gone right out on the full and landed right in the Reds dugout.
First time I've seen him do that.
Birch gets his head on that throw-in. Simon then trying to clear it. It's going to clear along the floor, and it's going to be picked up by Sean O'Mahony. Now in the feet of Heathcourt. Heathcourt's looking for the diagonal ball. It's going to get the diagonal ball out wide to Crawford. Crawford's not able to, sorry, by Hanley. Hanley's not able to, no, it was right, yeah, no, Hanley. Hanley wasn't able to take that down. It's gone for the Reds throw-in, but into the final minute of the first half of extra time here at Borough Park. That does say a minute on there, that board, doesn't it? Yeah,
it does,
that's a one. So it's going to have a minute added on at the end of the first half of extra time.
I mean, threat-wise, Jordan, I can't really think of Runcorn, apart from at the end of the 90 minutes there, having that much of a threat.
No, especially not, like I say, since we've restarted after the second half. Ball's now in the feet of Simonton. Simonton knocked back towards Hubble. Hubble's just going to be pushed down in the back, and the Lewis Doyle just puts his hands up in the air and said, "What I do?" Well, I mean, you run into him and literally elbowed him in the back.
Yeah.
Hubble just takes his down, sit down, takes as much time as he's need, and it's just on the edge of the semicircle in Runcorn's half, so around about 40 yards out, exactly the centre of the field. So we are now into that extra minute. Riley unable to control the ball from that free kick. Ball then comes wide right to Gums.
So you look at that passage of play there. Runcorn have broke. They literally had 1 or 2 attackers up front. There wasn't any runners from midfield. They looked as if they were too leggy to get there and support the attack. Good signs for us. But this free kick gives them an opportunity here to lump it into the box where anything can happen.
Short takes the diagonal free kick, goes over the heads of Wordsworth. It's come off a Runcorn man. Atkinson looking to get that. Reds, the Runcorn man's shouting for a penalty, but you're never going to get that in the memory of man.
Absolutely
And it's gone for a Reds goal kick. 10 seconds left of that added minute.
It's a sign of desperation, though, isn't it, when you're looking to try and drop on the floor in a heap like that. They are really struggling to create any meaningful chances again, which is great for us. But a lapse in concentration or a mistake or an error could let them in. So we just need to stay concentrated for these next 15 minutes that are about to follow.
Dad Simon and just saying we don't want to bring this ball out wide, we just want it pumped up the middle, and that's what Atkinson did. But then we get the half-time whistle here in extra time. Workington Reds 2, Lewis Riley with that goal. In extra time means Reds take a 2-1 lead. It took 100 minutes for Reds to take a lead here at Borough Park, what they have done, and now they've got 15 minutes to keep hold of it before then they can secure a promotion up to NPL Premier.
Yeah, I'm not focusing on the Reds guys in their huddle. Listen to Danny there. I'm looking at the Runcorn boys and the number 4, the centre half, Tom Moore. He's walking on his heels. He's stiffened up, and they look shot. But again, I feel as if I don't want to tempt anything. Reds have got this hopefully in the bag here. I think Runcorn are now going to have to try and open up a tad, and there should be gaps and spaces for Workington to exploit, I'd like to think.
Yeah, you feel that Runcorn's really got to push it on now. They can't bring anything on further from the bench. They used all their 3 substitutes, 2 in regular time and 1 right at the beginning of extra time, so they can't bring anyone on the bench. It's up to the 11 players that are out there now, and they've got to try and push on, and you feel that, like you say, it's going to leave gaps if they are pushing on, and you feel they're going to do that in the next 15 minutes, and Reds are going to try and take advantage. It looks like Kieran Cassin's just getting some instructions down below us. It looks like he's going to get ready to come onto the field, which will be Danny Grainger's final substitution here of this. But like I say, Cassin, a defender, fullback by trade, so Danny Grainger just maybe looking at reinforcing that now. They know they've got the lead and just trying to keep hold of that, Matt Henney.
It's great to have, you're bringing young Cassin on. I've seen him play a few times with plenty of energy, so it's great to have that coming onto the pitch into the last 15 when legs are getting tired. But like I said, I don't really think Workington should sit back and try and defend this. I think the best way is to keep feeding the ball to Symington, where the spaces will open up, and just go and get the next goal and see it through.
Just in case you have been joining us all the way through here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sports Online, we've just got the full-time results from the League 2 games involving our county sides. It finished Carlisle 2, Salford 3. Carlisle were 2-0 down at the break. They got it back to 2-2 and a late Salford winner with only 2 minutes to go, and that was following John Mellish being sent off. That they got back to 2-2 to Carlisle, and it was a defeat for Barrow as well. They ended the game with 9 men. It was 1-1 at the break. Hartlepool scored a 94. Well, scored the final goal in the 94th minute. They were already 2-1 up at that point. I'm not too sure how that means for results elsewhere, because they did need to win to try and ensure they could take their survival down to the final day for Hartlepool. So they could have done that. Just looking here, so he's going to be Kieran Cassin coming onto the field. I can't quite tell.
You've seen who for?
Yeah, no, there's 11 players out there at the minute, so I'm not quite sure who it's going to be for.
Bobby Carroll.
Carroll. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that one. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Carroll is the man that's been taken off, and it looks like Cassin is going to come into just a defensive midfield role alongside Connor Tinian.
He was a wise one, because Bobby Carroll's ran himself into the ground, and I did see him cramp up a little. He must have been taking no chances with that one. You need to have all your energy about you going into the last 15, and I think Kieran Cassin will add that little bit of energy and staying in the middle where it's most needed. So good substitution, good choice by Danny there, sensible.
So Runcorn have the ball here around about 15 seconds into the second half of extra time here at Borough Park. Just in case you are still just joining us, it is Workington Reds 2, Runcorn 1. Lewis Riley with the Reds goal in the 100th minute for the Reds to take the lead for the first time here this afternoon. But ball's now come down to Heathcourt, who is a centre back, now playing as a makeshift centre forward as we head into the second half extra time here at Borough Park. Runcorn, ball down this left hand side, ball put in by Short, and it was swung out there by Heathcourt. Heathcourt hits the floor, never going to be given by the referee, and Riley's pushed down there. He gets the same, just the gesticulation of the hand from the referee to stand up here, but Runcorn, like I say, they put Heathcote there up front. They probably wanted more of a centre forward or not to take that sort of chance.
Yeah,
was a chance for Runcorn.
They've put the big centre half up, haven't they? And he's just fell to the floor there. He went down in instalments. It was never a penalty, never.
The rain's just falling a bit heavier now here at Borough Park as Simonton now has that ball in just in front of the popular side. Just taking the ball down the edge, and he's hits the floor, does Dave Simonton, but it's going to go for a goal kick here.
So yeah, they're taking that chances that we spoke about there. The main thing they've done is put the big centre half up. They'll miss him at the back, but they'll try and use him as a target man up the front. But it's all or nothing for Runcorn, isn't it? So when a team does that, I'd like to think that there's going to be some gaps and spaces for us to exploit as Workington attack.
So Danny Taberner takes the kick from ball in hand. Ball bounces into the feet of Casson. Casson tries to get it over to Allison. Allison isn't able to do that. You think you can feel the instruction here from Danny Grainger that don't put too much forward. You can tell Allison didn't really want to go towards that ball.
You did
the
right.
ball does come over the top towards Hanley, but it's going to be a free kick in favour of Reds for a push. I think it must have been a push on McCarriger. Didn't look to be too much in it, but referees he's been consistent in what he's giving them sort of fouls this afternoon. So as long as he's consistent with it, you don't mind him giving them.
Jordan, what you said, because in a 4-3-3 you like to have your wingers high and wide, like Simon would be and Scotty were. But we noticed there, just on that little bit period of play, Scotty was just a little bit deeper and a little bit wider. That's just getting bodies behind the ball, being tougher to break down, just being a little bit clever, especially getting through these next few minutes, because once you get through these next 5 or so minutes and then Runcorn then really start to throw chances and take a real chance, that's when we could maybe get one.
Free kick taken by Atkinson. Riley tried to get ahead on it, but it just rolled through to Taberner. Taberner then rolled it out to his defenders, who's thrown the ball right at Scott Allison. Allison's now one-on-one with the centre back. Can he make it clear? Is that going to be, Allison was taken down, but you're never going to get a free kick there just on the edge of the box or something like that.
I think I'd have wanted that.
Oh, you want it, but I don't feel the referee's going to give it. Ball has now fallen to Riley. Lewis Riley. It's just going to be a grass cutter along that one, but Danny Taberner was interested in that one. Danny Grainger's asking the question. He's asking the question to the fourth official, and the fourth official with just a notch on shrug his in. I'm not refereeing it, Danny, so...
It's a good direct run by Scotty. I thought the defender left his leg out for Scotty to go down, but
Taberner takes the goal kick. It's going to be
a push.
Pushing the back on Stephen Rigg. He's not giving that one even as the referee's letting a lot go as we get into this second half of extra time. Just gone about 4 minutes here of that of the second half extra time. So around about 11 minutes to go here at Borough Park. It remains Workington Reds 2, Runcorn Linnets 1, and Reds, after so much playoff heartbreak over the years, Matt Henney, they're finally going to shake this hoodoo.
Yes, I hope so. God. Riggies went up for the header, the centre half just pushed him in the back for the blatant free kick. Ref missed it. Left winger got to the byline and put it out. He tried to cross it in. No danger. It's out for the goal kick. It gives us a chance just to settle down again.
Lewis Riley challenging him for that, but I feel like he would have been offside from the goal kick if he had. Ball's cleared away by Birch, but finds the feet of Crawford. So that's going to be a free kick as Birch trips Crawford up.
See, I think that sort of thing will be what Runcorn will be looking for. Getting on the ball in the wide areas, trying to entice a free kick, because if you notice how it didn't have come alive there, didn't they? They won the free kick, and then all of a sudden up we go. All the big boys are into the box. Free kick to Runcorn, just right over at the popular side. They're just going to put it into the box at height, try and get on the end of something, because open play wise they're not creating a lot of it.
Ball's coming from Runcorn from that free kick, but bounces right onto the head of Conantinian, collected in the middle of the field by Short. Short looks out wide. It's come back then to Sean O'Mahony, so they've got both centre backs up there at the moment. It's a long range strike from one of the Runcorn men. It's I think it could be Eden Gums, who's now playing a sort of right wing back role in this 3-5-2 for Runcorn, but it's high, wide and not very handsome.
Yeah, that's what you want, when you're into the closing stages. Long range shots like that, especially speculative ones, gives you a chance just to take your time, set up the goal kick, take a minute, take a breather to reset, get into your position, start again.
So I'd like to welcome listeners across all frequencies here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. You join us here at Borough Park. We're around about 9 minutes to go in the second half of extra time in this NPL West playoff final. It's Workington Reds 2, Runcorn Linnets 1. A goal from Lewis Riley in the 100th minute give Leeds Red for the very first time this afternoon here at Borough Park. A raucous crowd of just over 2,500 here are cheering Reds on at the moment. They're 8-9 minutes away from promotion to NPL Premier. Taberner now puts the ball outside to Gums. Gums looking for the diagonal ball up to the makeshift centre forward in Heathcote. Ball's knocked down to Allison, collected by Brad Hubble in the centre of the field. Hubble then's going to come wide right. Down is trying to get that ball down this right hand side, and it's been short. That's had to do very well there to get back, and has done very, very well to find Taberner. Taberner then passes the ball out to Gums, just around the edge of his own penalty area. It's a long ball looking for Heathcote. Heathcote's going to knock the ball over the top for Raheem Hanley to chase, but McCarriger's there and just knocks it back to Atkinson. Atkinson just able to knock it back to McCarriger. McCarriger then knocks it up to Lewis Riley, and there's no one round Lewis Riley at all in terms of defenders. Is that going to be a free kick? No, referee just waves him to get up there, but ball is knocked out to Simonson. 8 minutes to go here at Borough Park. Simonson knocks it back to Tinian just inside the Runcorn half, then finds Birch. 1-2 with Tinian, make that a third. Back to Birch. Birch is just going to run this ball forward, knocks inside to Connor Tinian. Tinian then finds, just trying to find Riley. Then for it to Kieran Casson, who's now playing a defensive midfield role, knocks the ball out wide right to Allison. Allison just inviting the defender on him, knocks it back to McCarriger, who knocks it back to Kieran Casson. Brad Hubble in the centre of the field, around about 35 yards from goal. Just twists and turns does Hubble. Then passes it out to McCarriger, then just knocks it back to Casson, to Hubble once again. Exactly what Reds need, just keep hold of the ball, keep hold of possession, just knock it around. You've got to force Runcorn to do something. They have done there, they give a free kick away, and it's going to be a yellow card here for Raheem Hanley.
Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? Just at the right time. A good sustained possession, passage of possession from the Reds there. I mean, Runcorn at the minute, they've just sent the centre half up, haven't they? Sam Heathcote, and everything's just diagonally long to him. Wordsworth's doing well in the air against him, so's Rigg, but that just seems to be all they're doing. They're just going for the long ball at the minute, and they've just totally left the midfield area wide open. Reds are just being able to pick up all the first and second balls and sustain possession, which is good, especially when it gets into the latter stage of extra time when you're getting tired.
Round about 6.5 minutes to go of extra time here at Borough Park. Workington Reds 2, Runcorn Linnets 1. It's Tinian over the free kick. And you can tell the Reds have got the lead here because no one's in the box. As you expect, they don't need to be in the box. Ballison's come look for the short ball. Still hasn't taken this. Referee's asking him to play it once more. Still hasn't played the ball. He has now, as Connor Tinian, and it's just a chip over the top, which Brad Hubble's going to chase. Just unable to keep that ball in the field of play there, but
it's a good position to try and keep them in, though, isn't it?
Ball's now being brought out by the Runcorn man. It's a fantastic tackle from Connor Tinian. Ball then lands into the feet of Scott Allison. Allison then finds Riley about 20 yards out. Centre circles. Dav Simonson!
Yeah!
Oh my God, has that gone over the line?
Oh, wow.
Has that gone over the line? It hasn't. It's waved away. Dav Simonson hits the ball. It hits the underneath of the bar and bounces back out. That would have been all she wrote here at Borough Park, but it's still Workington 2, Runcorn Linnets 1. Ball in the feet now of Casson. Casson and Hanley just tangling for that ball, and it's gone out for a Runcorn throw-in. Dav Simonson stayed down following that attempt. I think there was just a late tackle in on Simonson, and he stayed down just with a bit of cramp. 5.5 minutes to go here at Borough Park. Matt Henney, how close was that?
Wow. I mean, the way it bounced off the crossbar, it looked as if it angled in.
You'd have loved goal line technology, wouldn't you? You'd have loved that one there.
But close one.
To be fair, the town end of the ground didn't really go up for it, so they haven't gone up for it. They don't feel it's crossed the line, but we are. Simonson's just looking to take some, needing some treatment here. Like I say, 5 minutes plus injury time remains here at Borough Park, and it's Workington 2, Runcorn 1. We'll just give you the story of the game for those just joining us across all frequencies here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Runcorn took an early lead. It was only just 6 minutes gone when Lewis Doyle was able to get the ball past Jim Atkinson's right hand post. Well, past the right hand of Jim Atkinson, just inside the post. Kai Nugent crossed the ball just before the half hour mark, and it rattled off Sam Heathcote. He was trying to clear it, and it went into the back of the net. That was the half-time score. Reds had better possession and territory in the second half, really stepped up, weren't able to take any opportunities, of which there were a couple. The one from Bobby Caddle springs to the line, and the other one from the Carlisle United loanee Kai Nugent hit the crossbar. Only Payne Shavins kept Reds out on that occasion. We went into extra time, and it's Lewis Riley's goal in the 100th minute that currently give Reds the impetus and the lead here at Borough Park. 4 minutes to go. We're still waiting for the game to get back underway. Dav Simonson says he needs to leave the field. Reds have used all their subs, so if Simonson can't continue, Reds could play the last 4 to 7 minutes, however long he's added on potentially here with 10 men.
I thought it was just cramped with Simonson there, to be honest. He's got to get back on here. It looks like, I think he was just trying to kill the game a little and give everybody a breather. It's
going to be a corner ball. It is going to be a corner ball for Workington Reds. Scotty Allison just being able to challenge the Runcorn defence there, and it's forced the ball to go out for the throw-in. Referee is signaling Dav Simon to come back on, but he's not going to sprint across to take this corner. So just waiting for this to be taken. Who is going to take this corner?
The centre half will be delighted.
3 minutes 20 to go.
The two centre halves, Riggy and Wordsworth, will be delighted. They haven't gone up for it. They just know now that it's going to take the sting out of the game a little. Get a bit of a breather, get reset, get into your formation, get yourself set for the ball, and keep them in this corner as long as we can.
So is this going to be a corner ball? It's not. Riley's foot got onto it. Allison and Riley trying to keep it in that corner, but it's gone dead behind the goal line, and it's a goal kick to Runcorn. Rigg is the first man to it and challenging up against his opposite number, Heathcote. Birch then tries to get to it, then Casson. Ball still in the feet of Runcorn here. It's Lewis Doyle trying to put that ball forward, and he's only able to find the interchange. Jamal Crawford. Around about 2.5 minutes to go here at Borough Park. You expect to have a few minutes added on due to some stoppages. But 2.5 minutes of extra time, of regular time of extra time of the second half here. Charlie Birch takes the throw in, looks for Riley, tries to get the nod on to Simonson, but it's going to go back to Sean O'Mahony. Riley on the chase as the ball goes back to Taberner. Taberner puts that ball down the middle of the field, looking forward to Heathcote. Wordsworth gets there first, then taken down by Casson. Shout of handball from Runcorn, not given by the referee, and it's just cleared down the field. And Eden Guns, who's normally a right winger, been playing right wing back definitely in this second half of extra time.
They've set up here like a 3 at the back, 2 in midfield, and a line of 5 across the front, haven't they?
So Heathcote tries to get on that, knocks that ball down. Fantastic tackle there from Shaw to try and get that ball forward, but even a better tackle from Wordsworth. Allison challenge up for the ball. Is that a Reds ball? It is a Reds ball. It is a Reds ball here. So I make it 90 seconds to go here in extra time. Like you said, we are going to expect some stoppages here. Reds and 90 seconds plus injury time away from promotion.
I would take at least a minute on this throwing, me. McCarrigan's just taking his time going up for it.
McCarrigan comes to take the ball forward. Danny Grainger just having some words with, I think it's Jamal Crawford down in front of us. But the Reds are only around about 70 seconds away plus injury time. McCarrigan got the throw in, went out to Riley. It's going to be a free kick for a foul here. Riley and Crawford just trying to step up to each other. You can tell the frustration really trying to step on here on, sorry, my mistake, it's Raheem Hanley. Like I say, I think the referee just having words with Lewis Riley, just think with your head. Like I say, Reds just doing very, very well here to try and run this game out. Dav Simonson still limping down out there. Looks like it's maybe a bit more than cramp, but just trying to get through this final minutes is Dav Simonson.
I mean, you couldn't ask for the free kick in a better position, could you? They're just going to hold the ball in the corner, I would think, and just see it out best they can now. They're so close now to a famous victory for this Working Red side.
Just waiting, the fourth official down below us has got the board. Haven't seen how long is going to be added on as of yet. Tinian just takes the short pass to McCarrigan. Back 1-2 between them. Then goes back to Casson. Casson's going to try and knock it down the line. Does very well to knock it towards Allison. Allison's able to keep hold of that. Taken away there, however, by Hanley and knocked back.
Ooh,
there's 3 minutes added on here at Borough Park. 3 minutes. I mean, Simonson was down for about 90 seconds and then maybe a few others after that, but there's 3 added minutes. Workington Reds are 3 minutes away from promotion here at Borough Park. It's Workington 2, Runcorn 1 here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. Ball comes across the middle of the field. Lewis Riley's chasing O'Mahony. O'Mahony's now trying to bring this ball forward. Gets down the line, heading towards Hanley. Hanley then gets that ball crossed in. It's crossed to Jamie Rainford, and it's Stephen Rigg that's got to chase his ball. Is the goalkeeper going to come? He's looking for permission from Billy Painter. He's looking for permission, and I think you don't ask for permission in surely getting extra time of a playoff final. Just get yourself up, surely. Billy Painter eventually gives him the nod. 45 seconds gone of the added 3. Still waiting for this corner ball to come in. Can Reds hold out? Can they end their playoff hoodoo? It's going to be the captain, James Short, looking to put this ball in. Short does eventually put the ball in. Oh, he's risen high. Oh, who's it risen high? I think it was it Tom Moore that had risen the highest? It was Moore or Heathcote. Got the head to it, and the ball's just gone over the top. Goal kick to Reds, but Reds are living dangerously. 100 seconds left as we make it here at Borough Park.
It's a great corner ball towards the back stick. Wordsworth has done enough just to try and put Heathcote off as he rose really high on the corner of the 6-yard box, and as he headed it, it just went over the bar. But it never looked like we were under much threat on that one, to be honest. It was clearly over, and we're so close now to jubilation for these Reds lads.
Jim Atkinson takes the goal kick. It's long. Riley's going to be the man trying to get the head on it. He can't do, but it's going to bounce down into the feet of Hubbold, who finds Tinian, and Tinian knows exactly what he's doing. He just boots it away and makes sure the keeper's got to run to get it. 70 seconds left as we make it. Allison jumps up from that clearance from Taberner, and that ball is going to come out. It's into the feet there of Hanley. Hanley tries to get it over the top. Wordsworth clears. Allison sprints. Gets there to Kieran Casson. Ball in the now with James Shaw for Runcorn. Knocks it back to the keeper with 45 seconds left on the clock as we look at it. Taberner knocks it long. It's going to look out for Crawford. Simonton jumps up. It's going to come down. Now in the middle of the field, Allison gets there first. Hubbard's the man chasing, the furthest man forward to the keeper. Yeah. Oh, it's deflected off Brad Hubbard, but it is going to go for a goal kick. 20 seconds left as we look at it here at Borough Park. Reds are so close to promotion. 10 seconds left as we make it. We're into the dying embers. Taberner takes the goal kick. It's full time here at Borough Park. Workington Reds, they finally end their promotion hoodoo. They end their playoff hoodoo. The pitch invasion has happened. It was also going to happen, but Workington Reds, after playoff heartbreak after so many years, and Danny Grainger finally gets his promotion. His side should have had it back in 2020, but Reds, they've finally done it. It's Workington Reds 2, Runcorn Linnets 1, and the majority of the 2,500 here at Borough Park are on the field. Matt Henney, as a former Workington Red, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to this club? What does that mean to this town?
Oh my word, absolutely amazing. They're all on the pitch. There's smoke flares going off. The Runcorn players are lying down on the floor. I watched the jubilation of the bench of Danny and the Reds footballers. Absolutely brilliant, and I must say thoroughly deserved. Absolutely thoroughly deserved. First half, a little bit nervy. Game seemed to get the better of the Reds a little bit, just a little bit of nerves, a little bit of tension, but once they got in at half time, they come out like a different team. So brilliant for the town. I'm absolutely chuffed for the supporters and the football club. Superb, brilliant.
Just the story of the game here at Borough Park, just to confirm, Workington Reds have got promotion. Workington Reds 2, Runcorn 1. Runcorn took an early lead. It was Lewis Doyle who was able to hit the ball in after just only 6 minutes here at Borough Park. Reds hit back just in the 20, just short of the half-hour mark. Through, it was Kai Nugent cross, and it was an own goal from Sam Heathcote. That was the way it stayed to half-time. That was the way it stayed to full-time, and that's why we did extra time here. But Lewis Riley, in the 100th minute, was able, following a fantastic work from Simonton and Carroll on this left-hand side, he was able to get the ball in, was Carroll, and Lewis Riley just got his foot, his shoulder, his head. I don't know what he got to it, but he got something to it, Matt Henney. He was able to put the ball in the back of the field, and that's all it's taken for Reds. Workington 2, Runcorn 1. So just waiting for the scenes here at Borough Park. Like you say, there has been a pitch invasion. We will have the promotion, the party presentation just down below, as we can see the presentation getting sorted. But I feel that could be a while till that happens here at at Borough Park. Like you say, there's potentially 1,500 people on this pitch at the moment, Matt Henney.
Yeah, I'm just more bothered that a lot of the Workington fans have ran down towards the Runcorn fans, haven't they? And there's a little bit of to and fro going on there. But what a day! I mean, to me, you know, it's gone back to the again. I'll repeat myself, in the 1998-99 season where the pitch was just full of the Workington locals, and we were walking around the pitch with that trophy held aloft. I'm so pleased for everybody connected with the football club, because when we went through all the playoff heartaches that we've had, when you rhyme them all off over the last few years, and COVID and titles and things like that have been taken away from the club, there hasn't been a more deserving winner than these set of lads and this football club, so I'm absolutely made up for them.
So we're going to end here online here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport. We'll be back with yourself shortly across the remaining frequencies: FM, DAB Plus, Medium Wave and BBC Sounds. But full time here at Borough Park. Workington Reds 2, Runcorn Linnets 1. Reds secure promotion at last.